Yeah, I've been in another game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here. Back in your ear like Craig Mack with that flavor. This NBA season is about to get off to a very, very interesting start. Can't really tell that much from the preseason that we've seen so far.
How much have you actually watched of the preseason?
I've watched a fair amount of preseason.
I haven't. I've watched two. I watched the only preseason basketball I watched is 2 games I've been to. I have not even attempted to watch the preseason.
Then don't say you ain't watched no preseason. You covered 2 preseason games.
Yeah, but like
the nerve of you.
Yeah, but that's it. I've only watched those 2 games I've covered. I haven't watched any other teams play.
Okay.
I'll clock back in when the season actually starts. I do not care right now.
The season's starting in like 8 days.
I'll clock back in 8 days. Do not care right now.
That's funny. I think you tweaking if you don't care right now. I think you can. I think we got a lot from the first few preseason games of who gonna be what and who not gonna be what.
Okay, I'm lying. I watched the Bulls game because I was at T crib. Shout out T.
Mm-hmm.
He had the Bulls playing. I watched the Bulls game, and that was only the other preseason basketball. Yeah. Wait, did I see the Laker game?
I have no idea.
No, I saw a little bit of the Rockets. Wizards. Okay, I'm lying. I did watch a couple preseason games, but like not. But like not on my own though. Like I wasn't actively at the crib watching preseason basketball.
Yeah, I feel you. But anyways, Hoops and Brews, we're here. We're back with that flavor in your ear like Craig Mack. Shout out to him. As always, we drink beer, talk basketball. Today we're not drinking beer. We're drinking some Elijah Craig, which is today we're drinking the rye version of it. But they also do make like a bourbon whiskey, a bourbon style whiskey. So you can go check that out. If you're under the age of 21 in America, you better not be fucking drinking. Don't do it. It's wrong. Under the age of 18 in Canada, better not be drinking. I heard y'all can drink when y'all 18 out there. So turn up all you 18-year-old Canadians, I guess. And as always, please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Today we got the homie Eli. We got young Joe behind the boards. And as always, this show co-stars rapper extraordinaire Pavi. Talk to the people.
As always, man, follow me on Twitter and every website at Pavi World. Check out the Outside video, which is out right now. Shout out to homie T. You can find that at my YouTube page, which is Pavi World. Palos Verdes is still out. We have a project coming out October 17th, so look out for all of that. And if you have seen it, thank you. If you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Go check it out. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. And today we actually have
a guest.
A guest, a friend.
A guest to y'all, a friend of us.
A guest to y'all, friend to us, friend of the WNBA and advocate for women's sports everywhere. I cannot tell you all how many times a week I get sent a text message in regards to what's going on in women's sports. So shout out to this guy for keeping the brand alive, keeping the hope alive, and trying to do his best to make sure that we can kind of, level the playing field. So we got young Eli Horowitz of the LA Sparks. Talk to the people, Eli, let them know who you are, what you do, and how you feeling today, man.
No, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I was going to joke when Pavi said he hasn't watched NBA preseason. He's been busy with the W playoffs. Shout out to those because they, in fairness,
the W playoffs.
They have been very good playoffs. So
they have.
Congrats to the. I know we're talking NBA tonight, but quickly, just congrats to the Sky and Candace Parker. We'll be in the finals, and Vegas, Phoenix tomorrow, last game. But no, I work for the LA Sparks doing PR and communications. But prior to that, I did cover the NBA, WNBA, and coach basketball. So I'm excited to talk NBA, from Chicago as well. So excited to see what these Bulls are up to, and just put my analyst hat on for a day.
Yeah, Eli's been on Hoops and Brews before. If you've watched us over the previous season, I don't believe he was on last season, but he was on the season before. So he's been on here before, talked with us, drank with us, sat with us. We've done some happy hours as well as Hoops and Brews with him. So very well versed in the NBA. So Eli, what are your impressions? Who do you think are the front runners? You texted me earlier because you was arguing with somebody in the Discord. By the way, we have a Discord with Baron Davis, Jason Zone Fisher, Hoops and Brews. It's called the Who Got Game Fantasy Discord. Feel free to send us an @mention on Twitter. We'll send you the link. You can join it. We're trying to get this thing cracking. Just, overall wild conversations in general about the NBA, as well as just the opportunity for us to be able to engage with the fans and engage with you guys. So if you're interested in following us on Discord and being able to talk with Baron and Jason and Pavi and myself, feel free to tweet us at Hoops and Brews. That's Hoops, the letter N, the word Brews. So I know you were having an argument today earlier. I think it was about the Lakers. What are your thoughts on early NBA action, and just in terms of what do you think is going to happen this season, Eli?
Yeah, I think at a high level, to me, there's a top two,
okay,
a clear cut, the Nets and the Bucks. Now, obviously, I'm assuming that's with Kyrie Irving, So don't have to rehash all that. But, when I say that, I'm just assuming full health for all these teams. So
does Kyrie have to be there for you to consider him to be a top 2 team? This is an actual question.
not in the regular season. I think it's a good question. I'll be honest. I hadn't thought of it like that. But I do think, again, assuming health for both teams, Bucks and Nets are a clear top 2. I think in the West, and that's what I was arguing in the Discord, is with Jamal Murray and Kawhi out, those would have been my 2 teams, to be honest, the Clippers and the Nuggets. But I do think the Lakers, because of those injuries, do probably have a very good chance to be up there in the finals. But I do think it's important to note those injuries because those are those are 2 teams that would have been right there, and maybe they come back. So,
I think the one team everybody's forgetting about is the Jazz. They had the best record last year. I think they also got better. This is obviously assuming Conley's healthy because Conley, at the worst points in time, just gets hurt. But, we can go back in the year he got, I think, missed 2 games in the Golden State series. That wasn't his fault. He got hit in the face. You can't really control getting hit in the face, but still, he wasn't there for 2 games. Last year, he hurt his hamstring. I think if he doesn't, hurt his hamstring, maybe they get past the Clippers. I don't know. Because there were certain moments in which I looked last year, it was like Donovan had to do a little bit too much. He had to worry about scoring and getting other people involved. Like Conley is supposed to kind of be there and help out with that a little bit. But they got better, though. They got Hassan Whiteside. They got Rudy Gay. So I think they can play in different ways that they couldn't play last year. So I still think the Jazz are a team. To me in the West, I think the top 2 teams are Lakers, Jazz. And then I will probably go after that.
Where do you put the Suns in that?
But see, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Suns in general. I thought the Clippers should have beat the Suns last year. Now, they obviously didn't do it.
Because PG couldn't do it.
Nah, it's not even that. They lost 2 games at the buzzer. They lost 1 game off of
Kawhi was out again.
So what? I don't think that they have I don't think the Suns had a better team than the Clippers, though. Like, if you can go player for player in that series, I don't think Chris Paul grossly outplayed Reggie Jackson. I don't think Devin Booker grossly outplayed Paul George. I think the only true real separation was the fact that DeAndre Ayton completely outplayed every Clippers big man that they possibly had.
A guy who they are not trying to pay.
I don't think they're not trying to pay him.
They want him to take less than the max. If I'm him, I'm not taking less
because
than
they
the
want to
max.
keep the whole.
Go to hell.
I think what happens
with hand boots and
but again,
handmade sewn boots on.
But
Go to
again,
hell.
I tweeted this last year. They're gonna have the same problem Oklahoma City had, in which they have all these young players, and then you go far in the playoffs, and now it's time to pay all these young guys. And when you win, people expect money because you win. Winning means you must have played somewhat good. So if you win, and people already get like Markelle looked like he was a complete bust his first few years in the league. He goes in Orlando, plays somewhat decent. He gets $60 million. Michael Porter Jr. gets maxed out. I like Michael Porter Jr. I fuck with Porter Jr. I think Porter has great potential, but he's never been an all-star, never been all-NBA. I don't even know if he was even all-rookie. He might have been but I'm not sure because I'm not looking at it. He gets $150 million that can go up to 200 with incentives. These guys won. They did it on the biggest stage. I think what happens probably is, what the hell? I think Aiden ends up getting his money. Booker already has his money, and they paid Chris Paul that money. I think the odd man out is probably Mikal Bridges.
Do you agree with my top 2, though? Nets, Bucks?
Yeah.
And then everybody else?
In the East, yes.
Y'all going to be real shocked when the Nets are not that good this year.
I don't think there's any reason why they shouldn't be that good. Like, you have 2 MVPs.
Starting point guard is going to play about 38
No, he's not.
games.
He's not. First of all, he's not a starting point guard. Starting point guard is James Harden.
Kyrie is a starting shooting guard.
Fuck him. And honestly,
how does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. You have 2.
Don't make sense.
You have 2 MVP. First of all, your 2 best players are still there, who are Kevin Durant and James Harden. If you can't get it done with Kevin Durant and James Harden on the court, something wrong. You got 2 of the if we doing a top top
Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Patty Mills are not winning the ring.
But you have Kevin Durant and James Harden.
You need Kyrie Irving to do
You have Kevin Durant and James
You
Harden.
need Kyrie Irving to win
I don't
the
think
ring.
you need Kyrie Irving to win the ring.
That's a lie. You got James Harden on your team.
What does that mean?
Small game James.
You have Kevin Durant.
And what is
James Harden
his
never
nickname been on this
James Harden.
small game James?
When has James Harden?
In the biggest games when you
James
need
Harden
him to, he showed up small.
That's not exactly true.
That is exactly
That's
true.
a great move.
3-2 on the Warriors.
It's not that
came back and they got smacked.
It's not that he's shown up small.
MVP.
He's never been on a team with this much talent that you have right now. First of all, you still have Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin, a guy who I don't think is 2010 anymore. Blake can still play the game of basketball.
Hit the Blake was hurt button.
Yeah, but last year he wasn't hurt. And also, you don't have to ask, when he got to Brooklyn, he wasn't hurt. And you don't have to ask him to do as much as he did in Detroit and with the Clippers. You don't have to ask him to do as much.
You could just leave that one up, by the way. You ain't got to turn.
You don't have to ask him to do as much as he did with the Clippers. And
hit it one more time.
You don't have to ask him to do as much.
He got to be there.
He can be there.
In about 5 weeks, he going to be saying what?
Nah, I think he'll be fine.
That's what you're gonna be saying.
I think he'll be fine. Like he's not gonna be putting the same amount of stress on his body that he was putting on his body at first.
All right, we gonna see.
That team is stacked.
It's not stacked.
Stacked is the wrong word.
Paul Millsap, LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge literally retired because of a heart condition last year. Paul Millsap couldn't get signed by nobody and really wasn't getting no burn in Denver. Blake Griffin was a shell of himself. Played well in the playoffs last year. He was a shell of himself.
Bring up
Detroit.
Joe Harris.
Joe Harris, I don't care. He played terrible in the playoffs last year.
He didn't play terrible.
He did play terrible. When they needed him to perform, he played terrible.
They got James Johnson too.
James Johnson, I respect him. Shout out to the black belt. Not a game changer.
I also think
they didn't add any game changers. Patty Mills is the only game changer. And if Patty Mills,
I don't think that they needed to add a game changer.
If Patty Mills wins you the finals, then
But I don't think they needed a game changer. They needed health and more experience. Like you had one, you were unhealthy and you had a rookie coach, which we can't discount.
This is my question for Joel, actually. Pick your mic up. What you going to say this year when Kyrie don't play half the series because he didn't get vaccinated? You going to say Kyrie was hurt?
He's going to, in 2 weeks, he's going to have the vaccine. So you
could turn your mic down just a little bit.
First of all, in my personal opinion, if Kyrie cannot be there for most of the games, you sit him down for the season.
No.
He can't even practice with the team, bro. You fucking up our chemistry. You literally can't even practice with us.
He practiced with him. I saw him in a practice with him. I saw him in a practice with him about a week ago.
Because they were in San Diego. He can't practice
in Brooklyn. Like, you're fucking up our chemistry, bro.
I'm not trying to fucking up nothing.
You are. I'm not trying to work nobody in who can't even practice with the team. I'm not doing that. And no disrespect to look, no disrespect to Kyrie. Like, obviously, Kyrie stand on what
it's not disrespect.
But listen, listen what I'm gonna say. Stand on what you want to stand on. I 1000% feel you. You know what I'm saying? Your world, honestly, bro, it's your world. You can do whatever you want to do. But every single year, recently at least, there seems to be something with Kyrie about something. And again, basketball is what you do, is not who you are. I'm to the point where I'm like, yo, if there's something every single year, your team cannot count on you.
Top 5 all ski masks.
Retire.
He's not. Why would I retire? For half the season, they owe me $15 million.
I understand that.
Fuck retiring. Retire my ass.
I understand that, but if things are bigger to you than basketball, which there's no issue if it is, you are your own man. Again, basketball is what you do. It's not who you are. Your job is to be an NBA player. Your life isn't being an NBA player. If you want to go and pursue other things, pursue everything you want to pursue, I think what Kyrie will do after basketball will be greater than what he did on the basketball court.
What is he going to do after basketball?
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do.
The fuck is he going to do? Come on, man. Stop it, bro.
Maybe he might be an activist. He might be one of the greatest activists of all time. I don't fucking know.
He might
be a damn philanthropist. I don't damn know.
If he goes into a career of philanthropy and activism,
he may be. I don't know what he
But after basketball, he's not doing nothing. Because you can't rely on him.
He may go into a career.
No, listen. Activism and social work is amazing. Do I think Kyrie is doing it after he retires? No.
I think he will.
No.
He did a thing with the WNBA in which I think he put $1 million on. What did he do for them? The W? Eli?
I did see on social that he had pledged like $1 million to salary or something, but I don't know if it.
No. It was no. It was to the players who sat out.
Yeah, to the players that opted out the 2020 bubble for social justice. He pledged to like match their salary or something.
Yeah, again, I don't
know if it happened.
I think he did something in Africa recently. Like again, if he may be going to be one of the biggest philanthropists, whoever knows. But bro, your team literally
until he run out of money because he stopped fucking playing basketball.
He's not gonna run out of money, bro.
Also, Kyrie.
He's not gonna run out of money. You have
Kyrie. You're fighting a losing battle.
I know.
You're not gonna win.
He's not.
You're not gonna win.
But
you're just gonna
if
lose
he wants
money
to
and
stand
be
on
inconvenienced.
But again, if he wants
He gonna have to
stand
get vaccinated anyways once they mandate the shit.
he really don't. You don't have to do shit.
That's not true. Once the government mandates
You don't have to do
that's
shit.
not true.
He can take his ass to Africa.
Nigga, please.
He can take his ass to
And
Africa.
I meant exactly how I said it.
Take his
Nigga,
man, you know he
please.
You know he could be like Nas. Let's go to Africa.
Nas
In
went to
Belly.
Africa.
In Belly.
I was about to say this ain't
Belly.
Belly. This
In the
is
movie
real
Belly.
life.
In the movie Belly.
Kyrie. By the way, this is gonna be David's episode. Kyrie is Nas and Belly. It's not no.
Come on,
no.
TT. Let's go to Africa.
No, G.
Let's go to Africa.
He's not going to Africa, bro. He needs to just give in and let it be what it is.
He don't want to give in, you know. And then look, he his own man.
You can't be a public figure in these day and times and think that you can perform in front of thousands of people and be unvaccinated. It just is what it is.
He don't
bro.
want to perform in front of thousands of people that bad, clearly, because he ain't getting the shit.
Then guess what?
Retire.
Why would I retire? You still have to pay me.
I understand that.
Keep paying me. Fire me.
Can they?
No.
I do think you make a good point.
He
though,
gonna
that
sue the
even
fuck out
without
of
him.
Yeah, come on,
Even
bro.
without him, that
Not a
team
championship
should
team.
be.
I disagree
in
with
the
that.
mix.
I disagree with
You
that.
have
I'm
two of the
sorry.
best players on
and
planet
no
Earth.
defense. And no defense. And no defense. You have all scores and ball handlers and no defense.
But this is one
You gonna
thing.
say Nick Claxton? I'm
No,
gonna get up and walk off.
I
this
think
set.
your defense is better without Kyrie Irving. Your defense is better without one of them on the
He's
floor.
arguably the best defensive player on the team.
You have told a complete.
What he did
you
in
have
Boston
told-
was damn
you
near
have
better than
told
what
a complete-
KD and
you-
Jay.
Thank
What
you.
he
You
did
do
in
big
Boston
dope.
as a
You
defender
have told a
in that
complete
final
lie.
year
You
was
have
better than
told-
anything
you
James
lost
Harden and
your
KD
damn
done done over the past
You
3
lost
years.
your damn mind.
KD ain't played defense since he left Golden State.
First of all,
Actually, he played defense since 2018.
First of all, James Harden is one of the best guard post defenders
Oh my
in the
God.
league. Which
Fuck
am
outta
I
here.
fucking lying? Which allowed Houston to switch everything because when you got switched on big man, it's still it was no mismatch. Number one,
Sleep. Here come the James Harden fan again.
but when you
Now
put
he
all
back.
three of them on the court, well, actually, KD is a solid defender when he tries.
All right.
KD's a good defender.
All right.
Yeah, when he's a good defender.
You ain't never
Harden
seen him.
isn't
He's a
terrible.
He's a good rim protector.
Yeah.
And in the playoffs, he
Harden
Getting fucking destroyed by Giannis.
no. They were up 2-0 in that series, and Milwaukee looked done. If
They
those
never looked
injuries
done.
don't happen,
The dust
Nets
stop
would've
blood.
won
They didn't look
Bullshit.
done. They didn't look done. They didn't
He
look
got
done.
destroyed.
They
What do
didn't
you
look
mean?
done.
Nets won
They
those
didn't
first
look
two
done.
games by like 90
But didn't the
points.
Nets have home court advantage?
Adjustments.
Didn't the Nets
But
have
I'm
home?
saying
No,
if
no,
they
no. I'm
stay
asking you a question.
healthy-
Didn't the Nets have a home court advantage?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. They did what they were supposed to do. They won their first 2 games at home. The road team is supposed to go and win their 2 games at home, but we do get out the last three games. I'm confused at this logic by everybody
I'm
with
saying
as it pertains
They
to
had-
the Nets going
if
up
those
2-0.
players don't get injured,
don't
I think they
agree
win
with
that
that. I picked
series.
I don't
win
agree
them.
with that. I
don't
picked the
agree with
Bucks
that.
to win in 6 regardless of
I
if the health or
don't.
not.
I don't.
And the Bucks
agree
were
with
injured.
that. I
As
don't
I've
agree
said
with
for the
that.
millionth
That
time
series
on the
went
show.
to Game 7 overtime. You could tell me that those injuries didn't play a role.
You telling me the Bucks injuries didn't play a role? They started
They
shooting.
did.
They started
They
shooting
were-
guard for the past 2 seasons. Didn't play in the playoffs.
It did. But
Okay,
the Nets
I
had
don't.
bigger
So I don't want to
injuries.
hear that. That bigger injuries. How does that make sense? Some of your guys played a few games. My guy played no games.
They looked dead in the water before the Bucks and the Nets got hurt.
Y'all
They
making
did water.
excuses.
My
man.
thing in general is this
Y'all been
though: the
making
Nets still.
excuses.
There is no excuse to me for the Nets. If they lose this year, it's because they lost. I don't want to hear about Kyrie.
They
not
lost
being
last
there.
year because they lost.
Exactly. So
I'm
I don't
not
want to
a
hear
Nets
about Kyrie.
fan.
But listen though, if James Harden and Kevin Durant are on the court, I don't want to hear no excuses. How many teams got James Harden and Kevin Durant?
It shouldn't be none.
What team got 2 MVPs on the court right now? The Lakers? Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, AD.
LeBron? No, not AD. LeBron James and Russell Westbrook.
Oh,
Number
no,
one.
we're
just
gonna
a
have to
little.
discuss
Number
that.
one,
He's an
just a little
MVP.
bit. Just a little bit, yeah.
How many MVPs in the league? Like 50 of them? He one of them.
Yeah, no,
How
he
many
did win
teams
MVP, but
no, stop. Don't say no, but he won MVP. How many teams got 2
You guys
MVPs on
overhype
them?
Russ.
The Warriors.
That many, a couple of them.
Who?
The Warriors.
The Lakers.
Who?
What you mean? Andre Iguodala and Steph Curry.
Andre Iguodala.
His MVP don't count.
No.
That's bullshit.
How many league MVPs?
You ain't say league MVPs. You just said
How
MVP.
many teams got 2 league MVPs on them?
Like 2.
The Lakers and the Nets. You got 2 league MVPs. Y'all better get in that war room and figure that shit the fuck out.
Those really the only teams with 2 MVPs. The Lakers and
Yeah, but this is the
Yeah.
thing. But both of those MVPs are over 30
So
on both
what?
teams. No.
They're not wise. They're not over the hill.
No, for the
They not
millionth
38 years old. They not
time,
over the
no.
hill.
When the Nets shit fucking fall down and crumble in everybody's face.
They not
Remember I
over the
said it,
hill.
bro.
They not over the hill.
They are.
No, most teams.
James Harden and
most
KD
teams,
over the hill. They will never be as good as they.
Michael Jordan was over the hill in 1996, and he still won a damn. And they went 72.
Yeah, and they motherfucking added Dennis motherfucking Rodman and Tony Kukoc. They added Dennis Rodman.
They had one
Dennis Rodman won over the. He wasn't over the hill.
He was 35 years old.
He wasn't over the hill at that point. He was still grabbing fucking 13 rebounds a game.
He was 35 years old.
He was still grabbing 13 rebounds a game.
You want to look at me in my eyes, tell me that same man
And you telling me
18?
Who in the league was still out rebounding him at that point?
I don't know.
So he wasn't over the fucking hill.
Who in the league outscoring Kevin Durant damn near right now?
A lot of motherfuckers. Bradley Beal, Steph motherfucking Curry.
Who in the league?
Stop fucking playing with me.
Who in the league is out assisting James Harden right now?
Guys without his bag is scoring more than him.
Who in the league is out assisting James Harden right now? Who?
Out assisting him?
Yes. Who?
Chris Paul?
No, he not.
Russell Westbrook?
No, he not.
James, how many assists he averaged last year? He averaged 10. He led the league in assists?
No.
Okay, then shut the fuck up. He didn't lead the league in assists.
Wait.
Shut the fuck up.
Listen, no. You talking about guys over 30. You talking about a 39-year-old and a 32-year-old. He's fine.
He's not fine.
They're not like G.
Have either one of them won a championship?
Who?
The 39 or 32-year-old.
Who? Those two? No, those two haven't.
Okay, then. That's my fucking point.
My point is
you can lead the league in all the shit you want to lead it in.
My point is
when
this.
you over the hill and you never been a fucking guy, it's not gonna work.
My point is this.
It's not gonna work.
My point.
They're gonna get cooked.
My
and
point
remember,
is
I
this.
say that they're gonna get cooked.
My point.
They're gonna be amazing regular season to team to watch. They still not gonna win more than 55 games.
Okay, who gonna win more than 55 games?
The Bucks. The Sixers can still win more than 55
They're not
games.
gonna win more than 55 games.
That's bullshit.
They're probably gonna win about 52.
That's bullshit.
They're gonna win about 52.
That's bullshit.
I don't think they're gonna win more than 50. I don't think they're gonna win more than 55
That's bullshit.
games.
They literally lose nothing with Ben off the floor.
I don't think
Because
they're
the guy
gonna win
who's the
55
guy
games.
who's been
Because
top 5
he's
MVP
not gonna
voting,
play
just gonna get the
82
ball
of them.
more.
And he's not gonna play 82 games.
And you still have Andre Drummond. You still got Tobias Harris. You still
And they're
got
not gonna
Steph.
win 55
like,
games.
That team is the actual deep team we need to be talking about.
They're a good team.
And if Ben get traded, you still get some pieces back.
They're a great team.
So no,
They're a great team.
No, I'm sorry, no. They honestly got lucky that Philly hold out.
Who?
The Bucks and the Nets.
Win last year?
Yes.
I thought you
Because the Bucks might have win and got smoked by Philly.
They wouldn't have got smoked by Philly.
I don't think they would have because I think Giannis.
They wouldn't have got smoked by
I don't think they would have because Giannis knows how to play Embiid. He knows
Nah,
how
you
to
have better
He
basketball
knows.
team.
No, it's not even that. He knows how to defend Embiid better than he knows how to defend Kevin Durant.
Why they keep missing?
And that's the
field goals?
difference.
I think they just have a better basketball team in general. but
Who?
that's
The
just-
Bucks?
Than the Sixers.
Who?
The Bucks.
Last year, no. Personally,
Last year, yes.
no.
I thought the Bucks
But
had the best team in the league last
on-
year.
mean they
It
won the
depends on
title.
one.
I thought the
Benjamin
Bucks
Simmons.
had the best
The
team in
Bucks
the
won the
league last
title.
year.
Yeah, but Ben Simmons is mentally weak.
He's not mentally.
He's mentally
But
weak.
they haven't traded him, right? They didn't get anything back. For
Yeah,
him.
but this is not my point.
Are they gonna get anything?
Their depth
What's
chart.
the latest on that?
Listen to me. Without Ben Simmons, their depth chart is still better than 95% of the teams in the league depth chart. They still go 10 deep without Ben Simmons. You add Ben Simmons, you add a top 5 defender, top 3 defender in the league, and an all-star on the team when you do that. If he eventually gets traded, because it's gonna happen, and once it happens, they'll get some pieces back. I still think all they just need to do is just throw the ball to Embiid and ride him like a horse. Doc knows a lot about player management, minutes management. I've seen him do it with the Clippers. I've seen him do it with Kawhi and PG. And I think that that if I'm the 76ers, if I'm Doc, Joel, our goal is for you to play 66 or 70 games this year. On the back-to-backs, when it's teams like Orlando and Charlotte and all them shits, you don't need to play. We're going to sit you down. We're going to rest you. Other than that, Ben is gone. You wanted the ball. You got it. Now you got everything you need around him. They got a full complement around him without Ben Simmons, including the guy.
They don't have any.
That's not true. Shake Milton fucking dropped. I watched Shake Milton with my own eyes destroy Paul George and Kawhi on a Sunday night.
It's not a playmaker though.
We're
he
talking
doesn't-
about beating teams like the Bucks, though.
He doesn't need to be a playmaker. Who's the primary playmaker on the Bucks? I'll wait.
Giannis.
I think they know it's
Then
not.
exactly.
No,
That's
wait,
my whole
wait,
point.
wait. The Bucks still have better playmakers than what the Celtics. Than what the not the Celtics, the Sixers. They have Drew Holiday. They also have Chris Middleton, who is very good in the pick and roll, and they also have Giannis. They have three guys who you can give the ball to and think they can create something, not just for themselves, but also for somebody else.
But my question is, do you think that Joel Embiid is there? I'll put it this way. In my eyes, in my personal estimation, there are about 3 to 4 more levels Joel Embiid can reach as a player, and there are about 6 more levels Giannis can reach as a player. Giannis is probably on level 3 of trying to get to them 6 I've been talking about over the past few years, where I said if Giannis developed a 15-footer, and also shout out to Jason Maples on Twitter. I think it's J Maples 55. He tweeted some stats the other day where basically it was saying that Giannis last year from like 10 to 16 feet, I believe, shot in the 40%. The year before it was 25, and the year before it was 9%. And he said there's an evolution happening. That's what I've been saying to you since we started this show. Once Giannis get that jumper that's beyond the rim, he gonna be crazy. So Giannis still got more levels to go. Embiid just honestly need the ball more. Like, if Embiid was Hakeem, you would just honestly, this 76ers team kind of remind me of that first Rockets championship team.
No, it doesn't.
It kind of does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No.
It really
It's not
does.
1995.
It really does. Who was the
play like that
who
in
was
the
the
playoffs.
star of the team? And then who was the secondary star?
I mean, I feel.
I'm just asking you a
listen,
question.
I feel what
Just-
you're saying.
Can you answer the question though?
Hakeem, well, the first year Oladipo, because I think Oladipo was still an all-star, if I'm not mistaken.
He was a secondary star though,
Yes,
right?
but listen,
And then you
yes.
had Cassell, and all
you
them
had
other
Kenny
guys that
Smith,
kind of
you had
filled in
Mario Elliott.
roles.
But also you had other people who could also make a play. Obviously, you had Hakeem, who was Hakeem, which were other people who could.
Ain't
make,
Maxey on their team too?
Yeah,
He can make plays too.
I think he's more of a scorer currently.
He
right
reminds me of Lou Will.
now. He's more, yeah, but Lou Will's not a playmaker to me. Lou Will's a scorer.
I disagree with
Lou
that.
Will's not a playmaker. Like in the playoffs, when we at competition at the highest level, Lou doesn't make other people better. He can get his own shot, which is why I think Philly. I think Philly will have this issue if they don't trade Embiid and get somebody back. Right? I think they could be a great team. I think they can go conference finals, maybe even finals. But I think when you get to a certain point, when teams really start keying in on you and locking in on you, they might have the every man for themselves type of thing, where they might start ISOing a little bit too much. And it can work. ISO ball can work. It can work. But they might have the every man for themselves thing and ISO a little bit too.
Damn, Russell Wilson just broke
They
his
might-
finger. Damn, you see that motherfucker?
He ain't break it. He
Shit,
dislocated
that
it, I think.
motherfucker curve. You see that bitch? Yeah.
I think you guys are
He hit on
higher
the
on
helmet.
Tobias Harris than me.
Oh, he hit on Aaron Donald's hand. Ooh. Man.
What
yeah.
about Tobias?
I think you guys are. It sounds
ahead.
like you guys are higher on Philly than me. Like Tobias Harris is a good, not great player. You know, Curry.
Can I say something?
Curry might be their second best player, and that's a problem.
Can I say
No,
something
he's
not
not.
to cut you off? No, he's
You do
not.
good,
Nope. Hit the button.
You do good,
but,
dope.
But
You do good, dope.
But I want to say this not to interrupt you.
You do good, dope.
It's not that I'm high on Philly. I'm high on Philly without Ben Simmons.
But
It's
we
a
got to see
difference.
who they get back. That's my point.
It
I can't
doesn't
evaluate
matter.
it because I don't know who.
No,
they
And
get
also-
back.
no, stop.
I think their defense falls off.
Both of y'all stop.
You're low on Curry.
Both of y'all stop.
Did you
Stop.
see Curry in the
Both of
playoffs
y'all
last
stop.
year?
Listen
He's
to what I'm
dropping
saying.
30 pieces.
That's not my point. Listen to what I'm saying. The whole time we've had this argument about Ben Simmons and Embiid, literally since Ben Simmons got drafted on this motherfucking show, or at least the first year he played. I think we had the show at that. Honestly, we've been doing this since what, 2016, 2017. So it's been since he basically been drafted, right? So my point is, we've been having an argument. Whose team is it? Am I right or wrong? Right?
Yeah.
If Ben is gone, there is no more argument.
I mean, I think we know whose team it is.
Yes,
It's just-
no, but we do, but still, you have to work to try to get Ben those 20 possessions a game. You have to get rid of an Al Horford. You have to get rid of a Jimmy Butler. You have to get rid of the guys that Joel Embiid actually like playing for, because you want to get the other guy more shot opportunities and more ball handling opportunities. So my point with all of this is Joel Embiid might have the best season he's ever had in his career this year.
Yeah, he's probably.
And
He's low-key-
but with all of the other guys, the tertiary guys, not the secondary guys, the guys that's the B-level players, the fucking Sam Cassells off the bench, the Scott Brooks that will finish the games, those kind of guys for the Rockets, you have a cast of those guys on the 76ers. Tobias is a guy that can get you 20 to 22 a night if he really wants to. If Ben is not there, those shots go to Tobias. Tobias might not be able to create every single shot we need him to create, but so what? We have other playmakers, and we also have the most dominant
That's
center
what we're
in the
disagreeing.
game.
I don't think they have. At least Ben. I agree that
Then-
Simmons had to go, but at least Ben Simmons is a playmaker. I mean, he
So
can
is
get in the
Tyrese
rim
Maxey.
and pass the ball. They
So
don't.
is Tyrese Maxey.
Tobias
so is Shake
Harris
Milton.
is not a playmaker.
So is Tyrese Maxey. So is Shake Milton. Run the offense.
They got more to prove there.
And it's not even that.
I'm-
From watching Doc Rivers'
You might
offense,
be right, but
no, I'm just
we're
saying,
not there yet
From
with those
watching
guys.
Doc Rivers' offenses, they're not complicated. They're very fucking simple.
That's also an issue, by the way.
No, it's no.
That's
No.
also an issue.
It's an issue when you have guys that don't fit together.
I don't.
But as we saw with KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce, none of them were 20 point per game.
That was 14 years ago.
we-
And the way they won, hold on, wait,
But-
pause,
but
pause,
still,
stop,
you
stop.
still gotta get the best out of your team.
Listen, the way they won that was defense. They had an eyed offense, and they had
And I still think they can win through defense.
And they had an incredible defense. I still think the Sixers can be a very good defensive team. But one thing they did, if Ben Simmons isn't there, to me, he's their best defender. He's their best and most versatile defender. They did just lose their best and most versatile defender. Now you do still have Embiid, and you do still have Tybal, who I think Tybal.
And actually, Matisse, and also, I'm glad you
Matisse.
just said that. Matisse, no, Matisse Thybulle. I forgot about him. Like Ben is a redundant first player that you don't need to be the first player on the organization that you currently have. And when you in companies, tech companies, any kind of companies, all the time, you deal with those. And literally, they call them into businesses like, yo, we have redundancies. We need to get rid of these. Ben is a redundancy. He's a high-level redundancy, but he's the equivalent of like, yo, we got a guy that work in IT that can fix the computers, and he can do it for 150, and we got the other guy that is better than him at doing it, but they both can get the job done, and he want 250.
Teams are just going to triple team Embiid.
I disagree with that.
They only have one proven shooter in
How
Curry,
can you triple team?
who you guys don't even agree with me on
How
Curry.
can you triple team Embiid with Shake Milton out there, or Tyrese Maxey out there, with Danny Green still out there, with Seth Curry out there? You tripping.
I'll take my chances.
If this is the Eastern Conference,
Y'all
if this is
tripping.
the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm gonna live with those guys beating me
I'll take
when
my
I'm the
chances.
Bucks or Nets and I have all these other.
Yeah,
awesome-
but
hot
you
take,
have to
hot
stop
take.
Joel Embiid.
Hot take.
Who can stop Joel Embiid?
Hot take. Philly,
can stop him?
Philly won't finish in the top 4 in the East.
I'm
Hot
not mad
take.
at that.
Who's your top four?
No, they will. They'll be 4. Bulls 3.
I got.
Bulls are going to beat the Nets, by the way.
I
Remember
got
said
Bucks
that.
and Nets. No
Bulls
particular
beat the
order.
Nets in 6.
Watch this.
Remember I said
Atlanta will finish 3rd in the East.
You're lying.
Fuck outta here,
Hit the
TPJ.
button. Hit the button for both of us, because I know you mad at me too.
I got Atlanta over Philly, and then I think the Knicks and Bulls could be in
about
that
the
mix.
Celtics?
And the Celtics. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Philly will finish top 4. I think they'll probably finish.
Why are
5th.
you? But this is my question.
You got Bulls, Celtics, Knicks, Atlanta.
How
There's a
you
lot
high
of
on the
good teams.
Celtics, but you not rocking with the 76ers? Who the Celtics
I'm not, he said
playmaker?
the Celtics. I said the Hawks, Bulls, and the Knicks. But I also said the Celtics could be in that mix. But I said I'm higher on the Hawks, Bulls, and Knicks.
The Knicks, hit the button. Hit the goddamn button. Just
I'm
leave
not
leave the volume up for that button. Leave it
I'm not
up.
higher on the Knicks or the Bulls.
You are on that. You're doing good, dope. You
Didn't the
on that
Knicks-
I'm higher
bucket
on the
Didn't the
sugar.
Knicks finish top 4?
You do good.
That was last
5.
year.
They were 5 last
And
year.
that was last year. That shit
The
not
Hawks were
happening.
4,
The
right?
Knicks was nice.
Yeah.
The Knicks was nice last year. Don't do
What?
that.
Why don't you like the Hawks? They made the Eastern
I like the
Conference.
Hawks. I don't like the Knicks.
I don't like the Knicks.
Hawks.
Ran by engine Julius Randle, first time All Star, 20, 10, and 5 every night.
No, I
I
think
disagree with
Boston's
that.
better than them.
They're a balanced team.
I think Boston is better.
Stop. This year's team of the Knicks reminds me of the year after Derrick Rose got hurt, minus Joakim Noah and Julius Randle as the primary scorer, but Evan Fournier is about 10 times better than Ronnie Brewer or Keith
And
Bogans
they
could
got
ever
Kimba.
be.
Kimba, don't sleep on Kimba.
Yes, but I don't really care about Kimba. Kimba is his main job is to start the game off and create pace. And if he finishes well enough, he will be the finisher of the games. If he doesn't, D Rose will finish the games. Kimba is all about pace to me. Kimba, honestly, is a guy that can either get himself another max contract in a year or two, or he'll be a guy that won't be in the league much longer than a year.
Wait, can you go back to the Hawks? I
We
don't get it.
can.
I'm
We
really
can.
high on the Hawks.
I'm not.
All right. Explain.
Go ahead.
Have y'all seen Cam Reddish in the preseason? He's balling.
I'll be right back.
If he take that step next year, then I feel you, Eli. I get you.
He just got to stay healthy, really.
Cam Reddish.
Yeah, he got to stay healthy.
And get the minutes. If he's out there, I feel you. Have you peeped him?
But no, my guy is DeAndre Hunter. Like, we got to remember.
He's good, too.
DeAndre Hunter was having a 50-40, basically 90 season in January. And then he had the little knee issue. And then it was like, yes, to me, I think the best teams, I'm a still put Philly in my top 3 or 4 or whatever. But I'm fucking with Boston, bro. I'm fucking with Boston. I think they got better by addition. No, I think they got better by subtraction.
Yeah, I mean they have a coaching change, so we'll see on that.
And I think losing Kemba helps them defensively because I don't think anything Kemba was going to give them defensively. No, I think what Kemba was going to give them offensively was not going to make up for what he doesn't give them defensively.
Who did they add?
Schroeder. But I think I think they got better by the fact of like subtraction. I think Tatum can take another step. I think Brown can take another step. Like, didn't Brown get hurt in the playoffs? Like Brown wasn't there.
He missed.
And Brown missed the last couple, like last bit of the season.
Yeah.
They also had a very weird year last year. Like the whole team had COVID, injuries and everything. I think you start Marcus Smart. You go with Marcus Smart. You go with Nesmith. You go with Brown. You go with Tatum. And I don't know who they send. Robert Williams. I guess they send him still.
He nice. Yeah.
And Robert Williams, and you play that out. And I think Marcus Smart has a chance to be the defensive player of the year, or at least in the running for defensive player of the year, because it's very hard for guards to win it. And I think they got better. And I think that it simplifies their offense. If Kemba's there, like I said, you need to give him shots. Now, those can go to Tatum, and those can go to Brown, and everybody else get in where you fit in.
I mean, I agree with you that they have a high ceiling because Tatum and Brown can still get better. But I don't know why we keep dodging the Hawks. What?
I fuck with the Hawks.
I'm saying I'm looking at the Hawks roster. It's stacked. I mean, first, like, everyone knows about
now
Trae
they got
Young.
Al Horford back, by the way. They got Al Horford back. Horford probably start.
Oh, back to the Celtics?
Yeah, he back.
Look at this Hawks roster. I mean, obviously we all know what Trae Young can do, but they weren't even healthy last year with Collins, Reddish, Hunter, Kevin Huerter came on in the playoffs. Bogdanovich wasn't even healthy last year. I mean, you have to admit their depth is kind of crazy.
Can we admit the East has overtaken the West as the best conference?
We can.
No.
It's not deep. It's not as deep as the West.
The West ain't deep this year.
That's bullshit.
The West got the Warriors and the Lakers and maybe the Nuggets.
Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets,
Jazz.
Pelicans will still be in the mix.
No, they're
Pelicans.
not.
Steal? What do you mean by steal?
Brandon Ingram and Zion trash.
No, it's just that, like, the East has better squads than that.
The East is better at the top, but I think the West is like
I
10
really
to
wanna
12
say that, though.
competitive
Like,
teams.
Nah, because I think the Pacers are a competitive team. Like, I think the Pacers, if everything goes correct, can finish top 4. They probably won't, but I think they have the potential to do that.
Thing with the West is I guess Houston and OKC are kind of tanking. Minnesota, yeah, it's getting closer. It's getting closer.
I think the East is about to overtake the West as the better conference. Like, we just set up here and named top 4.
What about Dallas? What about Dallas?
Depends on Clay, man.
You think Dallas is going to make a push this year?
They could.
They'll be nice.
It depends on Clay, man. If Clay come back looking like Clay, the West still got that throne.
Not really. That's still just 3 teams.
Jamal Murray's returning back to the Nuggets.
Yeah, off of ACL. How
He wasn't a player who relied on athleticism, though.
I feel you, but you still missed a year of game max, and they got to get your legs on the.
But I mean, give him by January, February, he'd be straight.
He's not coming back in January, February. He got hurt in April or May.
We can see him back in February and then fully strength back in February, fully strength by playoffs. That's realistic. That's not out of the pocket.
We'll see.
We didn't talk about Miami either. They got
Miami.
They added Lowry. So
Lowry. You assume they added Lowry. They kept Victor Oladipo, who didn't really play last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
And
not
they
as
added
high on
PJ
Philly.
Tucker.
The more we talk about it, I think Philly could be in trouble.
That's fair. I don't think Philly's better than Miami.
Plus,
If Miami's
like
healthy.
you said, Embiid could just get hurt. I mean, if he's hurt, they're done.
It depends on what they get for Simmons,
They're very
man.
reliant on that.
It depends on what they get for Simmons.
They also don't have to trade him.
They do have to trade him.
They don't, though.
He's literally not showing up to anything.
But here's
you think he'll
also
change his mind?
But here's also the thing with Ben Simmons, though, right? Even though I saw I saw Geno Smith is in the league. Wow, I saw what GM treat. It does kind of set a bad precedent that you have a man who could force his way out with however long left on his deal.
Yeah, he's got like 3-4 years.
He's got like 4
right?
years left. He's forcing his way out. Close the other door.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to
out.
sit out for 4 years, so they could kind of.
He don't need to sit out for 4 years.
Sit out for 4 years.
I mean, somebody will come and get him eventually. But
Yeah,
it's
but
just
he
the
don't
fact-
need to sit out for 4 years. He can just sit out for 1 year.
No, but to your point, they don't have to trade him.
They don't have to
They
trade
can
him.
be
1
like,
year-
okay, sit. I mean,
1 year makes Philly look real bad.
I mean, again, it makes you look bad because
All of this makes.
He's
I'm sorry. Hold
yes.
on 1 second. Can I just say one thing about this Ben thing? Because I know we've talked about this literally for hours at this point. Literally for hours. We've been
a hot
talking.
topic.
You know what I did the other day, Pappy? I randomly clicked on the Hoops and Brews hashtag and just started watching all of our old videos from like 4, damn near 5 years ago, bro. Right? We've been talking about this Ben Simmons and should Ben Simmons be traded thing since the beginning. They've been trying to trade him for forever. This was never meant to work out under his current construction. So if I'm Ben, if y'all want to dock me $30 million for me not want to, play for y'all because y'all want to get a treasure trove for me, so be it. That's your mistake as a GM. That's your mistake as a coach who said that you didn't know if you could win a championship with me after we played last year. Doc Rivers didn't have to say that. We know Doc. I'm sorry, not personally, but he's been nice to us personally, and we know him professionally. We know Doc. Doc didn't just say that for no reason. He was very measured. His feelings were a little bit hurt because he got embarrassed for the second time. And usually where he'll play it cool and take the blame for it, he finally decided to throw somebody under the bus. I don't see how anyone can find fault in Ben Simmons. And also, yeah, I might not be able to sit out 4 years, but so what? You want me to sit out a whole year? You want me to sit out 2 years? Do I need to go play for the Australian Basketball League while I wait for my NBA contract to expire so that way I can go and play for another team? Are you really going to hold me hostage? What kind of precedence does this set for any future free agent or any future draft pick that you all have where you can sit up and bash me and try to trade me for 2 to 3 fucking years and don't give me the fucking ball? I'm 3-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA if you include defense and actual All-NBA, and you fucking treat me like I'm motherfucking Tyrese Maxey or motherfucking Tobias Harris.
Well, if you wanted to
Stop.
trade so bad,
Shut up.
then don't
Shut
sit
up.
out.
Listen. You give Tobias Harris more respect than you giving me, and I've given you motherfucking wins. I've given you actual product. People buy my jersey.
Yeah, but
the only
thing
reason
is-
why they upset at me is because I'm not doing what they think I can do,
Yeah,
but I
but
don't think I can do what I think I can do because you holding me back from it.
Yeah, but the thing
That's
also
bullshit.
Is, yeah, but
if
the thing
Philly want to
also
go down
is
this road and I'm Ben Simmons, we going to have a dick measuring contest.
thing
And I'm going
also
to show
is
you
this.
my dick is bigger than yours.
But the thing also is
If
this.
I'm Ben Simmons, pull your dick out and we can have this conversation. And if we gonna sit up here and have a dick measuring contest, as they used to say in the old school, then let's do it.
Okay, whatever.
But
the
no,
thing-
but do you understand the premise of what I
know what you're
That's
saying. I
literally
get the-
what they doing.
I get the premise
For
of what
all
you're
of the
saying.
youngins out there, the older generation be like, well, you wanna tip tap me, you wanna have a dick measuring contest? Like that is it's meant to be like funny as in like, wow, you really want to try to get that close in terms of measurement? It's like, gee, stop. The Philadelphia 76ers have been at fault time after time after time after time after time for the past decade. And
Why
for
did he sign that contract?
And for some, what did you mean? He was a restricted free agent. No, stop. Let's just say I'm Ben. I don't sign my restricted free agent contract. Orlando signs it. Philly matches it. I'm still in the same fucking position I was before. And you still gonna try to trade me before. So either do right by me or I'm just not showing up. I'm from Australia. I will go and play on the motherfucking ABL.
He could have signed a 1-year deal.
That's bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. If you play NBA 2K, if you know anything about the NBA CBA, if you know anything about getting drafted as a rookie, you do not really have any choice as to where you play unless you are not a max contract player. He, from the very first moment he stepped on the NBA floor,
exactly true.
has proven that he can be a max contract player. That is true. Name me another
double
instance.
talking. You
Nah,
just spent a whole hour saying he's
Listen,
not
nah,
that max player.
listen.
I know I didn't. No, I did not.
Listen.
No, I did not.
Listen, TP,
Joe,
stop, TP, listen.
What did I say?
You didn't, but listen, let me.
No,
let me-
hold on.
Let me just say this.
I said you have a
Let me just say this.
150K
Let me just say
guy
this.
and a 250. Ben
Let me
is a
just say this.
250K guy.
Let me just say
what
this.
you talking about?
Let me just say this though. You look, you can't. There is a like when you a restricted free agent, right? There is a couple things you can do. right? You can just take the qualifying offer. The reason why people get signed away is because they signed the offer sheet with the other team, and then the team maxed it and they have to come back. You can just sign the qualifying offer for 1 year. Not saying anybody would ever do this. It's very dumb. You go out there and your leg fall off your body. You want to secure as much money as you possibly can. But you can sign
Who Ben Simmons' agent? Clutch?
Yes. And here is here is my thing.
Rich Paul might have hurt my man short.
Here's my thing.
Come on, G.
That's
one bump in a long road.
Here's my thing. Philly has to figure this out because Clutch has half of the league's players. You don't want to get in a situation in which like half of the league won't come play for you because like Rich Paul's their agent.
That's literally my entire point.
So you don't want to get in that situation. So again, they're probably going to trade him.
Who want to come play? Never mind.
Listen, for optics wise, you funny as hell. For optics wise, what you also can do, this is Ben Simmons, what you also can do, just for optics wise, you can come to camp, get hurt, get your money, and not play.
So you want me to lose my integrity and the guys around me know
it's not losing your integrity.
That's bullshit.
People show injuries all the time. People do it all the time.
But if you...
People do it all the time.
But this is the thing.
People do it all the time.
But you have to stop, G. You want him to morally break his compass?
It's not really breaking his moral compass. You could be injured. Everybody has something.
That's not, G.
Everybody is playing through something.
Man. Come on, man. Look, I ain't played on those sports teams, but I've been on many a teams in my life. And we all know when somebody's sandbagging and somebody decide they don't want to come to work that day just because they wanted to take the day off and the team be mad at them. If I'm Ben, if I'm one of them players, if I'm a player in that locker room, yeah, you mad. But why are you mad at me if you a player in the locker room?
It's like, damn, G.
And if I was Joel, I would. And honestly, if I'm Ben, fuck Joel Embiid. And even if
Ben, fuck everybody. I'm
just saying. But still,
I get
if
Ben's
you were
point.
me, you would do the same thing.
I get Ben's point.
If you were
completely.
me, if you were me, you would do the same thing.
You've been trying to trade me for 2 years. You have consistently demoted me in the offense. You have consistently demoted me in the offense, year after year after year. I want to start over. I've been here 6 years. I want to start over.
Enough is enough. The man, he can't shoot.
He don't fucking need to shoot.
He don't get the ball to shoot.
He don't need to shoot.
Tell me how many.
He's just not that good.
Can I ask you a question? Hold on. Ask you a question.
Pause.
How many shots a game do you think Ben Simmons should have, on average, should have taken his every year in his career?
What kind of shots?
Any kind of shots, including it all at the rim.
Probably 10 to 15 a game. At the rim, he can't shoot though.
15 being the max. As a guy that's an all-star, all-NBA and all-NBA level defender.
But I don't think he's as good as you are.
You just said 10 to 15.
I have a quote for you.
No, wait a minute. One second. You just said 10 to 15, right? 10 being the low, right? He's only getting 10 attempts a game.
But I'm saying
he's never shot over 13 attempts a game in his career.
His game hasn't evolved. Now you want Philly to
How is it going to evolve if you giving me 13 fucking shots a night?
You
got another guy that's taking 20 a night and another guy that's taking 17 a night.
I don't even think Embiid's game has evolved that much. He just shoot the ball a lot.
Here's the problem.
No, his game is evolved.
How?
He's gotten better.
Wow.
How?
Embiid was taking step back his rookie year?
Huh?
Embiid was taking step back jumpers his rookie year?
Yes.
He was, but
What the fuck you mean?
No, but wait a minute. Wait. He was, but this is the difference. You can take those shots, but if you're not making them,
he made like 35% of them his rookie year.
He wasn't as good as he was now.
Embiid, but my thing about Simmons is that, like,
and also, how can I evolve my game when the other player that is the starting player on the team occupies the same space I occupy? And he's taking 10 to 15. Actually, not 10 to 15, 10 to 12.6 of my shots.
People run pick and rolls in the damn paint. Y'all better go in the huddle
and what year was that?
Shit the fuck. I don't give a damn what year it is.
It matters, bro.
Do that. Figure that shit the hell out.
That's what But this is my thing.
You learn where you going from where you been. You better look at where motherfuckers been.
So how much has Doc learned?
But no, it's not just Doc. Brett Brown was there beforehand. We had 1 year with Doc.
But honestly,
Brett Brown was there beforehand.
This is my thing. Brett Brown was terrible at the end of games, but he knew how to coach the guys. The offense was fine when Brett Brown was there.
Also,
Ben got looks when Ben got the most shots of his career under Brett Brown.
I don't even think Brett Brown needed to be fired.
He did needed to be fired because he didn't know how to manage the end of games. Doc don't know how to manage once he get down.
Listen, he got fired.
Brett Brown don't know how to manage the end of the game.
He got fired after they got swept. Ben had a fucking loose knee piece in his knee. Fuck you fired me for getting swept for?
Because the same thing that I was telling you when I was a Bulls fan as watching Jim Boylan versus watching Billy Donovan, that's what I'm talking about.
No, Jim
He
Boylan
wasn't that bad. He wasn't.
He wasn't.
But you're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
How?
Jim Boylan also didn't have talent.
Hold on, let him talk.
Because I understand where you're coming from, but if I'm Ben Simmons and I want out of there, by him not coming to camp, that tells all the other GMs that Philly has no leverage. He wants out. If I want to get traded, why wouldn't I show up, play well, and show those other GMs, yeah, come and get me?
Because
right now,
you
they're
just
saying,
embarrassed me in front of the world.
I know, but I'm saying they have no
Harden did it last
leverage
year.
now.
Harden did it last
How
year.
is
Harden did it last
how
year.
are Sixers going to trade
Harden
him?
did do it last year.
But he showed up and played. He showed up, played.
So I'm
Fat
saying,
and out of shape.
What are the Sixers
He
going
had
to
This is my
44.
thing. This is my
Can they
question.
get
He had
This is my
44
question.
and 17, though. He was
This is
balling.
my question.
He
Stop.
was balling, though.
Stop. The alert go across our phone right now. Doom, 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 doom. Ben Simmons traded to whatever.
Pick that up, though, import.
Ben Simmons. We need to get
You
a
didn't
set.
answer my question, though.
No, stop. Ben Simmons traded to whatever team. You think Ben Simmons coming to that team next week as out of shape as James Harden was?
Harden was still dropping 40.
That's not my point.
He was still dropping 40.
That is not my point. That is not my point. And you know it's not my point.
I understand what you're saying, but he was still dropping 40. It's not like Harden came and played bad.
That's not my point.
He came and balled
but you
out.
know that's not my point.
I feel what you're saying.
My
but he came
point
and
is
balled
you
out.
telling me it sets a bad precedent. It doesn't set a bad precedent. When have we ever heard concerns about Ben Simmons being in shape?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Harden's shape has been a conversation for a lot of his career.
But can you answer my question about leverage? By him not being there, Philly has no leverage to get this trade
And
done.
if I'm Ben, I say, Eli, you've been trying to trade me for 2 years and you keep asking for too much.
But so I think we
You've
agree.
created
it's
it. No,
become
stop.
a dick swing
You know-
contest because
yes, it
they're
has.
not actually doing what's going to help you get traded.
But it's not even that. You've become my measuring stick. And by you becoming my measuring stick, you undermeasured me. You said that I was 8 inches and when I really been fucking 16 the whole time and you just mad at me because you need me to fit in a specific slot and I don't fit in that slot for you. When you drafted me, you didn't have to draft me.
They did have to draft him.
They didn't have to.
They had to draft
They
him.
didn't have to.
They had to draft
They
him.
didn't have to.
He
The
was a
Suns
consistent
didn't have to
number one
draft
overall.
Luka Doncic.
He was a
we're
consistent
spending
number
too
one
much
overall
time
pick.
on this team that's going to finish 6th in the East.
No, we're not because this is an
I don't
actual
need no
because
sixth,
no, it's not actually because I don't believe they're gonna finish 6th. I think they're gonna be top 3 seed in the East. I think they're better than the Nets.
Stop.
Literally, if Philly plays the
Let's start-
Nets, who's gonna stop Joel Embiid?
And when you got up,
God.
when you got up,
Who can guard KD? You got about 3 guys.
we forgot about Miami
don't.
too when you got up.
You're lying.
You don't.
You really do.
No, you don't.
You're not stopping him.
No, you don't. You have maybe.
That's a lie.
You have one person who could maybe guard.
We forgot
Who?
about Miami too.
Tyler.
You walked away.
And I'm not putting him on
But
KD.
he's 7 feet.
No, I'm not putting him on KD.
who you putting on
I'm
KD?
putting him on Harden, and I'm putting Tobias on KD.
Yeah, it's 50.
KD gonna drop 30 regardless. It's not
Yes.
50.
But again, there is.
It's not
but
50.
Listen, but
It's
listen.
not 50.
But listen, there
It's
is
not
a. But
50.
listen, that. But again, the thing
Tobias
that,
actually
but listen,
has
wait, wait.
experience against
But
KD.
listen, here's the thing,
i.e.
PJ. But listen,
2018,
here is the
2019
thing
Clippers
that,
playoffs.
Here is the thing PJ Tucker did that people would underrated. Yes, he would give PJ Tucker
Getting
30.
cooked.
But on those possessions that you needed, Tuck would get you a stop. He would get you a stop. The last play of the game, motherfucker shot an air ball. A couple plays before, he missed a shot.
All right.
Yes, he would hang buckets on him because he Kevin Durant. But when you needed a stop, Tuck would get you a stop. That's the huge difference between him and a lot of other people. Which is also why I thought the Bucks losing Tuck was a big thing. Because the reason why I picked them to beat them was because I looked at the roster and I'm like, oh, so for everything you want to do, we got somebody who can guard whoever. You got Kyrie, I'm throwing Holiday on him. You got KD, we got 2 people for KD. We got Tuck and we got Giannis. Kyrie, Harden, we got people for you too. I looked at the roster and I'm like, yo, they can guard every single person individually if they want to ISO. And I think the Nets have to be a highly efficient team, especially if they aren't going to play defense to win basketball games. I think both KD and Kyrie have to go 50, 40, 90 for them to win a championship.
But do you know how high of a bar that is?
Not really. They did it during the season. Kyrie went 50, 40, 90. But also, do you know how close Kyrie has been to 50, 40, 90 for his whole career?
Has he ever hit it though?
Yes, last year. He's 50, 40, 90 last year. literally until the playoffs, and that man Drew Holiday showed up and whooping his ass, which is why
when he decided to show up last year.
Huh?
When he decided to play last year.
He plays, I think, 55 games.
Kyrie plays a full season, which he should have. He's not
Yes, he
shooting
can.
90, 50, 40.
Yes,
he's
he
not.
can.
He's not. He had a good year last year,
Yes,
but
he
he's not
can.
shooting 90, 50, 40
Yes,
if he actually
can.
plays 72 games.
Yes, he can. On the team like the Nets, yes, he can. Kyrie has always been a very highly efficient player. Even back in Cleveland, he was giving you like 48, 38, and 90 or 87. He's always been very, very close to that mark. We've seen KD do it. So again, but my thing with the Nets, the Bucks last year was I thought they could be able to guard them and make them not shoot their usual percentages. That was the reason why I picked the Bucks. Saying all this to say, if they play the Nets, I don't really, without Ben Simmons, I don't know who they get regardless. I don't know who they get back from Ben Simmons, but without Ben Simmons, I don't know if they can be able to guard the Nets, even without Kyrie Irving.
All right.
There's so many better teams than them, man. We didn't even talk about Miami.
No, we can.
Pavi mentioned Indiana.
Let's talk about Miami, actually, because
I think Charlotte's
really
going to
that
be
high on
decent.
Miami.
Charlotte's going to be decent. Watch out.
I'm not really that high on Miami. I've been high on Charlotte. Charlotte is going to be either the 8th or the 9th seed this year. Miami, I don't know.
Why you don't know about Miami?
Bam, Butler, Lowry. I mean,
can you be healthy? Also, I don't really know who their primary threat is.
Jimmy
Butler, the dude who had a 40-point triple-double in the finals.
Okay, that was bubble
Oh,
ball.
the most overrated
That
shit
was
in
bubble
history.
ball.
But
wait,
It's the most overrated 40
wait,
ball.
wait,
and
wait,
it's
wait,
LA Fitness ball.
wait.
they beat Philly in a series, though.
But wait. Look, listen though. Also, hold on. You retain Oladipo. I think that obviously Oladipo, he hasn't been the same since he had that quad injury. But I don't think you need Oladipo to be not Orlando, Indiana Oladipo still. I think you need him to be able to get you a bucket when you need him to get you a bucket.
That's a lot of guys they have.
Yeah, they have Lowry, they have
Oladipo.
Oladipo, they have Butler. I think
Bam.
Oladipo is washed.
Bam. Is
Duncan
Bielisa in
Robinson.
Miami or is Bielisa with the Warriors? I think
Bielisa's
Bielisa might be with the Warriors.
with the Warriors.
Robinson's like
Oladipo.
the
Duncan
best
Robinson.
shooting percentage in NBA history.
Like they have
Tyler Hero.
He'll be a nice 6
Hero
seed.
had a
He had a lot
25
of
ball in the
talent.
preseason. He had like 14 straight.
Ooh, they'll be a nice 5th or 6th seed.
Like they have a Markieff Morris. Like they have a nice.
Miami is solid.
They have a nice
And they got a good coach.
group of guys.
Not
Good
a
coach,
championship
group
team.
of guys.
LaMelo Ball.
They
Not a
have
championship
nice
team,
group
but
of
they're
guys.
second round minimum. Second round minimum.
I mean, no,
Charlotte.
they can.
I mean,
They can make a run at the They can
No,
make
they
a run at
can't.
the finals.
They can't.
They can.
Bam has to be the best player on the floor
They
every
can make
night.
the
I don't
Final
think he
Four in
can.
the East.
Defensively, I think he can.
No, he can't.
Defensively, yes, he can.
No, he can't.
Why can't he?
No, he can't.
He has all the tools. Why
No,
can't
he
he?
can't. Stop
Why
lying.
can't he?
Stop lying.
Defensively?
Stop lying.
I've seen him do
Stop
it
lying.
before.
Stop lying.
It was in the bubble, but he did it
lying.
before.
Stop lying.
How?
Stop lying.
Why can't he?
Stop lying.
Why can't
They
he?
I'm
at
not talking
least
about
made the
defensive. I'm talking about
finals.
the best player on the floor. Period.
Nah, I
They
think
made the finals. Philly hasn't proven that yet. And they've added pieces. I mean, I feel like last year was weird with Miami, but
It was the bubble. I don't count the bubble.
What do you?
I count the championships because championships matter.
do good though.
But the Heat were unimpressive.
That's not true. That is that. Now that part is false.
That's-
I remember
That's
even.
y'all opinion.
No,
man.
I remember even sitting at the season preview saying they could win 50 games. At the season preview that we did.
Oh, that was fire.
All right.
That
With
should
a
have
person
All
who
right,
won't
let's
be
stop this
mentioned
real
right
quick.
now.
I just want to say this. Geno Smith is playing. We watching NFL today, the Rams versus the Seahawks. So if you watching this in the future, watching Rams versus Seahawks on this Thursday night. This man, Geno Smith, just literally led a touchdown drive versus the Rams. Right up the field. Marched
Ain't
the
no
ball.
film on the man, bro.
Is Russell Wilson playing wide
Yeah,
receiver?
but he's played these plays Geno been making. I'm sorry, they all been amazing.
Ain't no
Great-
film on the man.
I don't
That
care
was
about
stupid.
that.
I don't know what the corner.
I
was
don't
doing.
care about that. You still have to go out and execute. Geno was a guy that always had talent, but we worried about what the fuck was going on with his head and could he just do what he needed to do.
I didn't. I thought he was on bad teams, honestly.
He was on bad teams, but also I worried about that too. I'm sorry. Like personally, I did. So to see Geno, just the fact that he's still in the league, I didn't even know Geno was in the league.
I didn't either until today.
So the fact he's still in the league and he just
That's why having
literally
the backup being a backup quarterback is one of the best jobs in America.
it is, but
Especially a
shout out to
third-string
Geno
quarterback, one
Smith,
of the best
man.
jobs in
So let's shift gears. Let's talk Western
Can we
Conference.
talk about the Clippers?
Let's go ahead.
Wait.
I cover the Clippers.
All right.
We cover the Clippers.
Just curious though, have you already done an episode on the Bulls?
Have you
already done an episode on the Bulls?
Which one? Come on.
No, I haven't.
Just to wrap out the East.
I haven't
real
done my
quick.
Bulls show yet. No,
Come on,
we can talk about the Bulls.
No, I just was curious your
we can
take.
talk about the Bulls.
They had a huge offseason.
We can talk about the Bulls.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
Can I get my Bulls opinions first?
Yeah.
As
Of course, as a
non-Bulls
Bulls hater, just say Bulls hater. We know.
I'm not a Bulls hater. I hate the Bears. I have no issue.
Even
with the
BD,
Bulls.
even BD know. Like, G, how you from Chicago don't
I
like
don't
no
give
Chicago
a fuck
teams?
about the teams, bro.
We know.
Like, look, listen. I didn't get into. First of all, I'll think about this. None of my parents are from Chicago. My dad from Florida. My grandma from Alabama. Like, I don't have people from Chicago, so we aren't like fans. We like play like. My grandma watched the Bulls games in the 90s because it's fucking Michael Jordan. Who don't want to see Michael Jordan play? When
That should have made you a Bulls fan.
No, it didn't. It made me a Michael Jordan fan. I've never been a fan of teams. I've always been a fan of players.
Herein lies the problem.
I've always been a fan of players. Like, a team is just the back of the jersey means you want to be in the front of the jersey. I've always been a fan of players. Like, players make me want to watch, not teams. Players. Like, yo, I rock with him, so I'm watching this. But outside of all that, the Bulls, I watched them and I was like, yo, I love what they did with the roster because I haven't seen a Bulls team this athletic ever, honestly. I was even thinking about the 90s scenes. As a whole, those teams weren't this athletic. This is the most athletic Bulls team I have ever seen in my life. They will be fun. They will be on the top 10 countdown at least every single night. They're going to catch some bodies. And I don't think this year, but I think they still have to add some more. I think they have to improve in the 4 spot. I think they have to improve in the backup 5 spot. But I think that next year they can make a run at the conference finals.
But didn't they cap out, or you're just saying they're going to get better with these guys?
Nah, I think Patrick Wood is a guy who is young. You have to re-sign Zach LaVine, but Zach LaVine can still get better. DeMar is 31, 32, but he's not completely over the hill. Like,
yeah, what do you think about that? Some people felt that was like that. You know, a lot of people have criticized DeRozan.
Not me.
I have too.
Not
I have
fucking
too.
me.
I've called,
Not me.
I've called DeMar DeRozan many a times on this show. DeMar DeRozan.
I just told you the man was the best shooting guard in the league.
I will say this. I will say this. DeMar, I'm sorry. Because that was before I was deep in these L.A. culture streets where I know everybody from L.A. DeMar, don't take it personal, G. I just didn't feel like you performed that well against LeBron. I felt like you kind of locked up.
I was the only one riding for the man.
You were.
But guess what? No, he is. He shot one the other day.
It's preseason.
It don't matter. He shot one.
Why? But like,
Billy Donovan gonna make him shoot threes.
Why are you so concerned with people shooting threes?
No, just
stop. Literally,
because
stop.
also I saw how the Bulls could be defended.
Stop.
Okay, well, you asked me a fucking question. I give you the answer. You tell me to stop.
No, listen. Everybody else on the team shoots threes. Literally everybody. Everyone. Food shoot threes. Zach be hoisting them bitches. Lonzo be hoisting them bitches. Everybody shoots threes. You need a man who works the mid-range area. Fuck his three-point shot. He can make plays for other people. He can take the straight. Zach LaVine ain't never had. Zach LaVine was doing windmills second. Man messed up a fast break because he ain't never seen it before. He get a fast break.
What is DeRozan gonna do when LaVine is cooking in the fourth quarter and going 1-on-1 and he can't space the floor?
Everybody's spacing the floor.
So I'm saying, where is DeRozan gonna be on the floor?
Mid-range. Post.
He's just gonna stand in the post.
Mid-range post, dive to the cup. You can do other things.
I have no idea what y'all talking about.
Mid-range post, dive to the cup. Like, bro, they have.
I ain't got no goddamn idea what y'all talking about.
They have everybody. They have
no idea.
How?
What do you mean how?
They have other people on the court who can shoot the ball.
I think the point
or take the motherfucker off the floor.
Stop. Just fucking stop. Let y'all go. The point of fucking getting DeMar DeRozan was to have him on the floor in pivotal moments when you need another playmaker on the floor. I don't believe Zach LaVine is a great primary playmaker at the end of games. I think he is a good end-of-game shot maker, but that doesn't always mean you need the ball in your hands to be able to take that shot. And I think DeMar is another guy that when you need a shot in the mid-range or you need a shot in the post, at the end of the game, you can throw him the ball. He can create his own shot. And if they double down on him or if they create some action on the weak side, he can get it to the strong side and get an open jumper, or they can swing the ball like I saw them do numerous times in that game versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. The shit that really makes the Chicago Bulls defendable is actually Nikola Vucevic. Now, Billy Donovan is a guy that actually over the course of the past 4 years, I've seen him run a numerous amount of lineups from small to big. Patrick Williams did not play in the preseason game. Patrick Williams will probably be their small ball 4 or 5 when they want to run a small ball. I think they're going to run lineups at the end of games where it's going to be.
What do you mean? He's going to start at the 4.
Just fucking listen to what the fuck I'm saying. They're going to run small ball lineups at the end of the game where it's going to be Caruso, Lonzo, Zach, DeMar, and Patrick Williams on the floor. That is you're going to be able to play 4-1 or 5 out with that. You can either put DeMar in the mid-range or you can run them 5 out, tell DeMar crash to the rim. I saw DeMar DeRozan with my own 2 eyes take a fucking 3-point shot the other day, which means that the Bulls staff said, yo, just take it. You might not make it, but take it. Pop plays the numbers, the Spurs within their offense. The Bulls, we don't have, the Bulls are not like the Spurs where you got to play in the Spurs system. The Bulls are the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan, I saw, just took a 3. It wasn't the end of the shot clock. He just took a 3. And I was like, what the fuck? Did DeMar just take a 3?
DeMar shot 3s before, though. Like, let's not.
No, but stop. Last season, I think it was before damn near mid-May or March, he had not made a 3-point shot until a year before there in December. I've already seen it. So I just need them to be aggressive, to run, to make plays. And when at the end of the game, when Lonzo is too scared to hold the ball because he can't shoot free throws, when Zach is not in rhythm because they running a double team at him now, finally, because he can earn their respect, or they just got a tough defend on him, DeMar can take the ball and say, yo, I've played in conference finals versus LeBron. Literally. If the Bulls make the playoffs, if I don't see DeMar DeRozan at the end of the games with the ball in his hands doing this, waving motherfuckers to move and telling the big guy to come up to set the screen so that way he can drive to the rim and try to get Zach open play, it's a problem. DeMar's role is to be the secondary ball handler. Lonzo's role is to get the team up and down the court. And if you need to initiate a play in the beginning of the game, get him to initiate the play in the beginning of the game. After that, he becomes a stress shooter. After that, Vucevic, stress shooter. Vucevic, terrible on defense, but solid in transition, good in the post. This team is not going to play the way you guys are thinking they're going to play. They're going to be very, very small ball heavy. They have no other 7-footer on their team besides Nikola Vucevic. That's a literal fucking fact. They have no other center on. They have no other center on this team besides Nikola Vucevic.
How do you think? I think they're gonna play though.
Huh?
How do you think? I think they're gonna play though.
Around Zach. And
I know. I think they're gonna.
I don't think they're gonna be around.
I don't
Zach.
think they're gonna play around. Zach
I think they're gonna. I actually.
They didn't even play around Zach in the preseason.
No,
game.
but listen. I think they're gonna play around DeMar and Vucci main and tell Zach, we're gonna play around them, but when they don't have the ball and you have the ball, do what you do. That to me is a recipe for success.
No, look, listen. I think
because
Zach
DeMar's a veteran, Vucci's a veteran, Vucci's an all-star, DeMar's an all-star, DeMar's Eastern Conference Finals. Like those guys, Zach can listen to because their pedigree is higher. I think Zach has the makings for a great number 2. But this Bulls team,
it's just like number 1. They don't have number 1.
I don't think they do either.
I think Zach LaVine is your number 1.
I don't think they do either.
I think Zach LaVine. No, look, I think Zach LaVine is your clear-cut number 1. Even just look at what he did last year, bro. For him to shoot the shots he shoots and shoots the percentages he shoots, bro, he may take. I think he took 22 shots last year. He may take 17, 18 shots this year, 50, 40, 90, and give you 25 points. That's incredible. It's going to be the easiest looks ever.
The issue is defense.
But that's my whole point.
The issue is defense. I think they're off. I agree with you. Overall, their offense.
If you play small, you don't have to worry about that.
Their offense is going to be great.
Then you have defense. This is what I'm saying. If you play
they
small,
have a lot of bad defensive players.
I disagree with that. If you play small, you have Caruso on the floor, good defender. Lonzo on the floor, good defender. DeMar on the floor, good defender. Patrick Williams on the floor, solid defender. After that,
Zach and Vooch, though, that's the issue.
Yeah, but this is my thing. Like I said, Vooch not going to play that much when they run small ball lineups.
But Zach has the tools to be a good, like you with that athleticism, you can stay in front of somebody. You can stay the fuck in front of somebody.
Javonte Green, like I know Stacey King, which is I honestly found very surprising. Stacey King said, "Yo, Javonte." Okay, I found it very surprising that Stacey King was like, "Yo, Javonte Green is gonna get some real time on this team."
He is. He played in Boston last year. He got time in Boston.
Yeah, but the things that he can do in spots, I think they've never had anyone that can do those things at that height. I think he's 6'4". He had 4 block shots and like 5 steals the other day, just off of pure hustle, pure recovery defensively.
He was playing at a different speed.
No, I agree. I like the moves they made at the back of the roster. Javonte Green, Tony Bradley is like a second, third string center is not bad.
Yeah.
I agree with you. They have
He's
more.
not playing.
No, but I'm just saying. I think they made some decent like end of the bench moves. They're very athletic. I do wish they had drafted what's his name, Taya's brother. I think
Sharif. No,
I think he would have fit that kind of style, up and down,
you have to
small
wait for
ball.
Sharif. You have to wait for Sharif.
But they need more point guard play.
That's bullshit. They don't. They have two primary playmakers and a guy in Kobe White off the bench that can just score. What do we need another playmaker for?
I just get the vibe that Kobe White's not in the long-term plans of this GM.
I disagree.
Not saying my personal
Kobe
opinion,
White,
but it seems like they don't.
It depends
like him.
on Kobe.
Like the
can
coach
Kobe
and
be
stuff.
a Lou Will type, or is he just going to be a type that's going to give me 10 points tonight?
But
if
a
Kobe
Lou Will
can,
type doesn't stick places. That's
Huh?
the thing. Lou Will type doesn't really stick places.
But
So do you like the pick of Dosunmu or whatever?
But he can stick on this team. Though.
So do you like the pick of Dosunmu? I just thought that Cooper would have been good value in the second round.
Cooper got drafted in the second round
48.
Yeah,
They took Io Dosunmu from Illinois at like 30.
over him.
Yeah.
I mean, Desumu's athletic.
Okay, no, I'll put it this way. I don't know him that much about Dosunmu. I thought Sharif got selected.
Nah, he got picked
before
like
that.
48.
But I will say this: Sharif was my
fell to a
sleeper of the
perfect place.
draft, though.
No,
Remember
Sharif,
I said that?
Yes, but Sharif fell to a perfect place though. Like they can play Sharif. They can play Sharif, and obviously he can't shoot like Trey, but it's the same fucking pace, bro. Like to me, in my personal thing, when you build teams, you want to build a team whereas no matter starters or bench, we can play the same way.
But I thought he could back up Lonzo well. Like
I feel you. You're saying I would want to build a Bulls team as to where we can play at least pace wise the exact same way the full game, no matter who's in the game. And Sharif would have allowed you to
Who's the backup
down,
point guard now? Like Caruso's not a point guard really.
Nah,
I
but
disagree with that.
Isn't he more
the
of like
backup point guard? Like okay, they don't really
Kobe
have a
White?
backup point guard, but they have a lead guard. Like I think the ball would be in Levine's hands, or like he said, DeMar hands when those people are, or even Kobe's hands. I don't think they have.
Also, you'll see Kobe at the 1, Lonzo at the 2 a lot of the time. So Kobe doesn't even have to be the person to bring the ball
He
up
shouldn't
the
be.
court.
No,
Kobe's only
I'm
job is
excited
to
about
score.
the Bulls overall. I mean, I'm being picky.
I like
there.
what look.
I think Sharif, I would have went there, but Dosunmu, people said should have been a first round pick. So we'll see.
Listen, as somebody who's not a Bulls fan, when I watched them, I was like, the Bulls will make me want to cut a game on and watch them for reasons outside of Zach LaVine. Like they will be a very fun team to watch. Like I think they kind of remind me of a better version of the Hornets, who I think will be one of the most fun teams to watch in the league this year. A better version of the Hornets.
Yeah, I like the Hornets.
A better version of the Hornets.
I really can't fucking stand you.
Why?
When it comes to talking basketball, I really can't
Why?
stand you, bro. Hit the button.
The Hornets got everything they got.
You do good, though.
They got LaMelo, Lonzo, Rozier, Levine, Hayward, DeMar, Bridges,
You just
Williams.
compared Terry Rozier to Zach
The
LaVine.
Hornets fire.
I mean, he's not as good as I'm saying. Like I said, they're a not as good version.
You
of
disgust
them.
me.
Really?
Didn't Rozier
Are
average
you
20
sure it's
last
not
year?
as good? I mean, they could.
No, they're
I'd
not
argue
good.
they
No,
right-
no.
They got PJ Washington.
Really? You sure
They're not
about
good.
that?
They're not as good.
I don't know, man.
They're
Look at
not
the
good.
pieces.
They're not as good.
Look at the pieces.
Not yet.
Look at the.
Not yet.
I don't know. I don't know,
Not
man.
yet.
I don't know.
Not yet.
I don't know.
Not yet.
It could be.
Right now?
It could be yet.
Right
it
now.
could be yet. It
Bring
could
me a
be-
shot.
It could be that time.
And they added Kelly Oubre. I think the Hornets will make the playoffs.
It could be that time.
Hornets will make the playoffs.
Oh,
That
so-
Hornets team is fire.
Should we do any trivia today?
Fuck no.
You want to do basketball trivia?
You got to get drunk if you do basketball
Eli?
trivia.
What about the West?
That Hornets
talk
team
about
is
the West.
fire. That roster is a
got-
modern
you got-
day.
I need to say my
They built
piece
for
about
this.
Russell
No, go
Westbrook
ahead.
at some
They
point.
built to
If you
succeed.
disrespect Russ, I'm walking off.
What's up?
The Hornets are built to succeed.
Yeah, they'll be AFC.
Possibly better.
Hornets will make the playoffs. I'm with you. Hornets will make the playoffs.
Yeah, I got
That team is fire. They stay healthy. You better watch out.
No, but look,
They're
the
well
Hor-
coached,
The
too.
Hornets have
Better-
the most.
they
fun,
might have a better coach
The
than the Bulls.
Hornets have the most fun team in the NBA. Literally, like just from Bridges rapping, Terry Rozier rapping, they have a very they have the most fun team in the
Man,
league.
you don't even have to mention rapping.
I do though.
You don't have to mention rapping. No, you
listen.
don't.
Here is why.
There's a walk.
Look, here's why. They're the most lit team in the league. You have Michael Jordan, who is your owner. You have rappers on the team. You have a fashion icon, Kelly Oubre. LaMelo is LaMelo. They have a very
Bridges dunks are just
but
nasty.
that dope. But
He's more than Duncan too.
they have a very nice group of guys who I think that even the most important shit, like going on the road and gelling, they can do that. They can all go.
PJ Washington's pretty good too.
You look,
He's good. He definitely. I bought a Hornets t-shirt.
he lit too. The whole Brittany Renner shit. They all lit. Listen, they lit. Listen, they can spend so much time together. They can spend the type of time together that young teams, usually you would be out in the club. They could get their studio and all go in Briggs' room and record. That shit matters for bonding purposes. That shit matters. Like, they have a very dope young team, and I like what they have. I think in the coming years, they can be some shit. Right now, I think they'll be as 8th seed, 7th seed. They'll give somebody some go in the first round, make it exciting, but they'll lose. But they're going to be a lit team.
Like a young OKC team type. Like that type of dynamic back in like 2012.
Yeah. Earlier than that. That was in the finals.
Okay, you're right. Like 2010, 10. Yep.
10.
Okay.
Is it a hot take that I think
like
they might be
those vibes.
better coach than the Bulls?
Joe, turn your mic down a little bit, just a little bit.
Not really.
I think they might have a better coach than the Bulls.
Not really. I don't think it's a hot take. But why? But please. But can you please explain that? If you get a shot, can you give me one? You going to the bathroom?
Okay.
Give me a shot.
Here's my thing with Billy Donovan. I think the Bulls went from a coach that wasn't getting the job done to Billy Donovan, who you knew was very solid, right? Like, everyone agrees Billy Donovan is a solid coach. But is he next level? You know what I mean? Is his schemes next level, or is he just, like, very competent? I think,
what coaches do you consider next level?
I think the Hornets coach, not yet, but James Borrego, who came from Greg Popovich's system, I do think some of the stuff they run is better stuff than the Bulls. It's more complicated. Now, it's interesting because, like you said, the team they have isn't very Spurs-like. So that's where I'm curious to see how he does as a coach.
In all fairness, though, the Spurs have switched up the way they play in recent years. Like, the Spurs have always been a very slow-down team. Last year, they were a very fast team. I also have a candidate for most improved player, Keldon Johnson.
Yeah.
I think Keldon Johnson would be a candidate for most improved player, Keldon Johnson.
I like that. USA team, right?
Yes, Team USA.
He did his shit.
He averaged, I think, about 13, 14 last year. Keldon Johnson.
But where are you at with Donovan? I feel like he's good but not great, and that's, you know.
It's cool. But also, my thing in general with the Bulls was the fact they didn't have a good basketball team in general. Even when you were talking about Boylan, the team wasn't good, bro. Like, I saw the same Bulls fans who was telling me Lobby was Larry Bird 3 years ago, making fun of the man when he couldn't post up Lonzo. Denzel Valentine gone. Kobe White, you said he don't like hearing the man's plans. Who did you have to coach? I didn't think Boylan was. I thought Boylan was a mediocre coach. I also thought the team sucked. Who was you coaching? I think Donovan's like, he's nice, but you can only do so much with the talent that you have. Like,
Yeah,
even
no,
the talent
he's a
that he
good coach.
does.
I just don't know if he's next level.
I don't think I have to be a next level coach to. I mean, you think every coach that wins is a basketball genius?
No.
Play wise?
No, I mean, I
think one of the biggest parts about being
I don't know if Donovan, like, let's say they're in, like, second round of the
I
playoffs,
just
right?
put something in my cup.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't think he's.
Here.
I don't think Donovan's
My bad.
losing you
You
games,
can sit in just
but I don't know if he's winning you
close.
games.
sit on the ground there. It's close.
I don't know if that makes sense.
If who?
I don't think Donovan's
makes
losing you
sense.
games, but let's say they're in the, second round of the playoffs. I don't know that he's out coaching somebody. I think he's just very competent, but he's not drawing up next level stuff in a 1-point game. Like, if they're playing Miami,
I don't think
you know what I mean?
anybody's drawing up next level
Spoelstra's going to
stuff.
out coach him.
That's fair. But Spoelstra probably outcoached most people in the league, though.
Yeah, Spoelstra's one of the greatest coaches of all time,
Yeah.
which I've been
Like, how
saying
many
on
Eric
the show for
Spoelstras do
a
you
long
have?
time.
That's true. I do agree. I think there's only there's a small amount of coaches that add wins.
Okay, so for you, as somebody who's coached basketball before, who are your 5 best coaches in the NBA today right now? 5 best. Right now, today.
Okay. In no order.
In no
I'm
order.
thinking
Just
off
give me
top
the-
of my
just
head.
give me the 5 best.
Spoelstra's up there.
Okay.
Obviously, Popovich is up there just due to legacy.
Is he?
I mean, the
Right
man
now?
has
Currently,
5
no.
champions.
Currently. But
Currently?
currently in 2021,
Okay, got you.
who are your 5 best coaches? Like, if you,
I'm pulling up the standings.
no, fuck the standards. Like,
No, I'm
if
just
you,
saying I'm pulling up so I can
that's
see
fair.
the list.
Like, if you was a GM and you could have anybody to hire your team, and you could build your perfect list of dream candidates to coach your team, who would these people be in 2021? You ain't got to say Popovich because he did his shit in the 2000s. Nelly was hot then.
All right, I'm going Nick Nurse on Toronto.
Okay.
I'm looking right now.
Okay. So Nick Nurse. You say Eric Spoelstra, so you got 3 more. Nick Nurse, Spoelstra, 3 more. Who you fucking with?
Monty Williams on Phoenix.
Okay. Monty.
I think he's up there for me.
Okay.
I'm looking at this list.
Great. Oh. Okay.
The Denver coach.
You don't even know his
he's
name.
good.
You don't believe that.
Mike Malone.
You don't even know his name. You don't even believe
Mike
that.
Malone.
You don't even know his name. You don't even believe that.
Mike Malone?
He don't even
And
know
Ty
his name.
Lue.
He can't believe that.
Ty Lue, Mike Malone, Eric Spoelstra. I said somebody else too, right?
Ty Lue, Mike Malone, Eric Spoelstra. You said
And
Nick Nurse.
Those 4 kind of really come to mind.
And you said
There's a lot of first-year coaches, though. So, in fairness, I'm not going to evaluate. If I left off a first-year coach,
What's
I
Steve
didn't
Kerr at?
consider them.
He ain't in your list?
Well, again, to me, it's kind of like Popovich. Like, they have a lot of rings. Like,
In the past 5 years, he's won a championship. He's won 2 championships.
Yeah, I mean,
Stop.
Kerr's on my list.
Stop.
If I'm putting
Stop.
Kerr, I'm putting Popovich.
Stop.
He's talking
Pop
about,
ain't
like,
won
right
a ring in the
now.
past 5 years. Stop. Pop ain't won a ring since motherfucking 2012. Stop.
10 years ago. It is
But
10
how
years-
much?
Or was it 2012 or 2014?
2014.
2014. That was 7 years ago. No. Stop.
No, I feel you. Like, he won in a different era. It's the same thing I say about Lambeer. You won 3 titles, but that was 10 years ago. But, like, the thing with Kerr is I think he's up there, but at the same token, you've had Curry, Durant, Clay. It's just kind of hard to tell what he would do with another team. I like Kerr's system, but he's also stubborn in some ways when it comes to like running pick. Like he won't run pick and rolls just because he wants it to be an even system. But they don't have that type of team anymore.
They ran pick and roll with KD all the time. I don't know how that went pass interference.
Oh, I said Monty too,
Yeah, you said Monty.
I'm not mad at
But
that.
Clippers.
and Ty Lue.
Clippers.
All right, let's talk Clippers and get out of here. Clippers.
How long have we been going right now?
We had an hour and 20 minutes.
Only hour. I feel like it's been longer. Only hour 20 minutes.
Hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, shit, I'm vibing.
I'm just hungry. Should we order some food?
Yeah, but I'm vibing. I wanted to order food anyway, but I kind of want pizza though.
From where? You know where?
Joe's
I have no idea what that is.
up the street.
We'll see.
Google it, Joe's. Huh?
Sounds good to me.
Joe's. Clippers. I guess the floor is yours, Eli. What do you think? What can they do? What can't they do?
Is Kawhi expected to come back or no?
Maybe, maybe not. We don't know.
I like what they've done. You know, I think I like Ty Lue as a coach. I think they've developed some young talent. You know, Terrence Mann is the obvious one, but they've done a good job. Like let me put it this way: for a team that they haven't had like a top 4 or 5 pick. You know what I mean? But they've found ways to get some guys.
They found guys. Yeah. Brandon Boston could be one in the future.
Brandon Boston, Terrence Mann. So I like what they've done. They're well coached. You know, I know it sounds like a cop out, but if you don't have Leonard in the playoffs, like you're not going to win the title.
I don't think they can win the title, obviously, but I think they can be a second round, maybe conference finals team. I don't understand why they can't be. Like they have the same roster, probably upgraded from last year. Who did they lose? Patrick Beverly, but you added Eric Bledsoe. Who's better than Patrick Beverly? No, let's relax. He's better than Patrick Beverly.
It's close.
He's better than Patrick Beverly.
It's close.
What does Patrick Beverly do defensively better?
On-ball defense, arguably. Shoot the ball better. Shoot corner threes better. Shoot top corner threes better. More efficient from the 3-ball.
He's
more reliable 3-point shooter.
He is a better 3-point shooter, but for the Clippers, what Eric Bledsoe does is he gives them a thing at the guards. He's a better playmaker than Pat, and he can get in the paint and get downhill, and he's still a very good defender. Like he's not Drew Holiday, but he's still a good defender, and he can get in the paint and get downhill, and I was all in the stats yesterday. He shoots like 50%, like 58% from 2.
Bledsoe?
Yeah, like
how many
he's.
does he take though? He probably doesn't take them.
No, he takes like 8
a game.
when he was in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Obviously, when he was last year, he took like he shot his worst last year. Like I think he shot like 48% from the field. It's just that his 3 is like 32%. He's not a great shooter, but his job is mostly to get in the paint. But I like what they did. I like adding Bledsoe. Bledsoe he gives them a different dynamic than what Pat gave them.
Bledsoe be folding every year though.
I mean, one could argue when it has,
They drafted pretty well.
They did draft well.
Did Jason Preston play in the preseason?
He broke his foot.
I ain't gonna lie, this Joe's don't look fire to me, so I'm gonna order y'all some
fuck with
Joe's, and I'm gonna order
Preston's
me
out.
something else. What
Shit,
y'all
don't
want?
look fire?
What are you about to
Nothing.
get?
Some what we always get. I'm not finna. Yeah. Personally, it looked like another wood
You want more
oven.
wings?
It just looked like another oven
No, it's
fired
not.
I mean,
pizza.
I'm always,
It's like
I'm
no,
always
G.
down for Halloween's Cafe. I love that.
It's not.
I'm
it's
sick of that.
It's New York pizza.
This shit don't look like New York.
Joe's New York pizza. Trust me, it's New York pizza. It's New York pizza.
My
It's
bad,
not
continue.
oven. It's New York pizza. But no, like I like
You
what
said
they
Preston got hurt?
did. Yeah, like I like their
Damn.
like again. As long as they're healthy, as long as Serge can play a season, PG can be healthy, and also like why do people act like Paul George ain't one of the best players in the NBA? Like
Oh,
you still
George
have.
better than Brown.
Hmm?
You better than Brown at this point. They almost packed me out in the barbershop because I brought that up.
They should have packed your ass out. Shut the fuck up. Why you covering the mic? Don't cover the mic like that. You ain't a rapper. They should have packed your ass up.
It was like 4v1, but I still cooked all of them.
No, but like literally, like why do we act like Paul George ain't one of the best players in the whole entire
He
league?
definitely top 10,
Like
especially after that performance.
you have a top 10 player in the NBA. How many other teams can say that?
Not that many.
The Nuggets.
10 teams.
No,
right?
look. In the West, the Nuggets,
Lakers.
Lakers. I think the Jazz can say that.
Wait.
Rudy. What the fuck you mean? He's the best defensive player in the NBA outside of Giannis.
He's really the best defense player.
Not
They
named
got
Giannis.
exposed like that in the playoffs.
How he get
When
exposed?
When Terrence Mann and all them was.
Give me some more people.
Clippers are gonna be good. They're well coached. They're
Stop
deep.
shading everybody to me. Give me some more defenders, bro. I can't do everything.
Give you
Help
some-
me.
Give you some more defenders.
Help me, bro.
What do you mean? They spread the floor out and he was toast.
Give me some more defenders, bro.
It don't matter what other defenders. If-
Stop
if
shading
Gobert
everything
gotta
to
guard
me.
the perimeter, he gonna get burned every time.
Stop shading everything to me. Help me.
Terrence Mann look like Kawhi Leonard out there.
Runners up. Do something. I don't know. Help me. You know what I do? I protect the paint. The easiest shot is still a
You
layup.
can't help. It's not. It's unhelpable. And
Help me. It ain't unhelpable. Figure something out,
If
bro.
you spacing the floor like that, what
I
you gonna
pay you $5 million to coach. Help
move
me.
laterally then.
I
can't
pay you
help
$5 million to coach.
Learn how
Help
to
me.
move.
I think you
30
make a
million
good
here.
point. The Clippers have, I don't know if I'd go top 10, but they have a PG's top 15. They're very deep. But I think you're forgetting the Warriors are going to be a lot better. Utah's going to be good. Phoenix is going to be good.
But who
It's
is
just tough.
But who is
I think
defensively?
Dallas.
Okay, but look, who is defensively better? The Lakers, Utah, maybe the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, Clippers will be like, but do you think the Warriors?
I don't know what Clay look like.
What about Dallas and Portland?
What about them?
I'm saying
Are they hands down better?
no. I think the Clippers could be anywhere from like 3 to 7.
I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying, like, are they hands like those teams? Like, I don't see a reason why they can't make a playoff run. Like this season, to me, they shouldn't think it's over because Kawhi don't play. Inexcusable. You still have talent. Now you on a championship team, but you still, bro. You could have made the finals last year. You lost like 3 games with no time on the clock. Chris Paul had to vid the first 2 games. You lost. When he came back, you won a couple games. Game 6, you get cooked. What happened game 5? I forget. Was it close? Game 5? That's when PG left that man and Chris Paul flew to the sideline. Regardless, it was a good series. You could have won that series, what I'm saying.
Now with Paul George, your best player, but I feel you.
What you mean? Like, what? Quick question.
Just throw it.
Are these teams not as good as those Indiana teams? This team. What?
Huh?
Are these teams not as good as the Indiana team?
I'm with you. I think the Clippers are a good team, but the West is pretty deep.
I think they should be all right, personally.
You got quiet over there.
What do you want to know about the Clippers?
Yeah.
Kawhi's hurt. Well, I don't even know what we're talking about. Like, he's hurt. They're a 7th, 8th seed. They better hope they make the playoffs.
7th, 8th.
Did you not fucking hear me?
They can't be no better than that.
All right, Joe. It's either one or the other. Damn it, you can't do both.
But you the one that said you was gonna get something separate for yourself.
I was. So which one you want?
I'm just saying if you get something separate, I want some.
If we just gonna do that, then we may as well just get one thing for all of us.
That's
Pause.
Why you say pause?
all right. But no, the Clippers are not gonna be anything without Kawhi. It's not even worth discussion.
Damn.
I ain't hear nothing you just said to me. Text it to me, man. Oh, we had an hour 30. I know it's fine. I appreciate that. But no, Kawhi being gone puts his team completely out of reach. It's not even. They're honestly not even worth me, wasting my breath talking about. Whatever they do, they're not winning the championship, so it doesn't matter. It's just facts, and they're not going to win a championship this year.
Not winning a championship. They can be a good team though.
What?
He threw an incredible interception. He threw an incredible interception, and that's why he's Geno Smith.
You do good. No, Lockett got tripped actually, and they didn't call a flag. He got tripped. They didn't call a flag.
You do good, though.
He got tripped, and they didn't call a flag on that.
He got tripped?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was like kind of like in the.
I mean, it's like he was running to that route. That's a pre. Yeah. It is what it is. Geno still played good. Boy, whatever. All right.
Black quarterbacks, man.
I just traded Russ in fantasy. I'm lit.
Yeah, Pappy, you cooked.
Fuck.
It should say hour.
Okay, never mind.
Fuck out of here.
Niggas want Domino's?
You want to order some Domino's? Be my guest. Sorry, fans. Y'all gotta hate the shit.
Don't nobody want Domino's?
Domino's cool with me.
You don't want Domino's?
It's hard to see.
I'm not that picky, bro.
No, you can't call that.
I'm not that picky.
He kind of like ran into him, kind of, sort of, honestly.
Blame Tyler.
Tyler.
No creator.
Oh. Okay.
So, Eli, since you're so ecstatic about your takes, what are the Lakers going to be?
Give me a record and give me a prediction where they end up.
I think they win 52 games.
How about I just order some boneless bites from this place? Oh, never mind. You want a pizza. Never mind.
From what place?
Never mind.
From what?
For the place we always go. It's fine.
Get some.
But you said you want a pizza. I was finna order
fine,
wings.
bro.
It don't really matter. I mean, well.
You gonna speak for me?
Joe, you done fucked up this whole order. Make up your mind. What do you want?
Me.
Wings or pizza? God damn it.
I'm happy with either one, but like,
No, pick one, bro.
Pizza.
Man,
Yes, we win.
I just fucking canceled this order because you said you ain't want a goddamn pizza.
Well, did I actually say I didn't want pizza?
All
I said
right.
if you got some wings on the side,
I'm done. I'm done with you. You're cooked. You're fucking cooked. Stay over there. I'm not talking to you no more.
Also,
Continue.
guys, are we going out tonight?
Who knows? We'll talk about that after the show.
Always with that, but whatever.
Yes,
Wait,
man.
what'd we order? Do I need to order something?
Motherfuckers. Can we talk about basketball or should we end this fucking show?
Continue on with the rest. What?
Lakers, what are they gonna do?
Oh, Lakers. Okay.
I think the Lakers, again, because Murray and Leonard are out, I think they will probably make the finals and win 52 games in the regular season. I'm not as high on Russ as it seems like you guys are. I'm not a Russ hater.
Why don't you like Russ on the Lakers? What do you see going wrong with Russ on the Lakers?
I just look at the statistically, he's the worst 3-point shooter in NBA history for the volume of shots he takes.
For real? That's crazy.
So I'm not a Russ hater. I'm not, he's an MVP. I respect Russ, but
do you think Russ needs to shoot threes on his team?
He is a very bad shooter.
But do you think he needs to shoot on his team?
I don't understand why people keep defending him on that.
But do you think he needs to shoot on his team, though?
No, but there are going to be possessions where he gets a lot. Teams leave him wide open now, and that's why he shoots so many, because he's open and he doesn't seem to realize he's not a good three-point shooter.
Fucking crash to the rim, bro.
That's my issue with him. He doesn't cut to the rim. He could be one of the best players in NBA history. He's so athletic.
He is one of the best.
Shut the fuck up. He is. Shut your ass the fuck
Look
up.
at the stats.
Shut the fuck up. He a fucking league MVP, average triple-double
rings
full
does he have?
season. You do good, though.
How many rings?
How many rings Chris Paul got? You do good, though.
How many rings?
How many rings Chris Paul got?
I'm not talking about.
I'm
Chris
asking
Paul.
you a motherfucking question.
0?
Is Chris Paul one of the greatest players in NBA history?
No, please.
So, question. If we
Come
do
on,
our top
man.
75 list, is Russ in there? And yours?
Yeah, I said I'm not a Russ hater.
So he's one of the best players in
I'm
NBA
just
history,
saying
then.
when we're like,
So is he one of the best players in the
yeah, but is he? I don't know that he's one of the best players in the NBA now.
That's
Like
fair.
he had an MVP
fair.
season. He puts up crazy stats, but like, look at him the last 5 years.
He's
He hasn't had,
triple-double.
but he hasn't had a great season efficiency wise since like 2016.
25 players better than Russ right now.
You're.
Yes,
I'm
is 25
saying
players
look at
better?
the. I'm saying look at the efficiency though.
Is it 25 players better than
If
Russell
somebody
Westbrook
shoots
right now in
45
NBA?
times a
Yes or
game,
no?
if you shoot if you shoot 50 times a game,
Dodging the
you're
question.
gonna average 20 points, right?
So is 25 players better than Russell Westbrook right now?
Probably, yeah.
You can name 25 players over Russell Westbrook right now. Russell Westbrook
It'd be
averaged
close.
22, 11, 11 last year, and the Wizards made the playoffs.
The Wizards were like a pretty bad team, and Bradley
playoffs.
They made the
Bradley
playoffs.
Beal was their best.
They were a
They
playoff
made
team.
the play in the
Bradley Beal was
So
not
they
their
made
best
the playoff
player.
team? No, they made
He
the
was not
playoffs.
their best
They
player
made the
last
play
year.
in
It was
the
Russell
playoffs.
Westbrook.
They made both.
There was a reason why Bradley Beal had his best season scoring. Fucking Russell Westbrook was beside him.
A lot of players had their best scoring season along with
A lot. This is true. A lot of people had the best season.
Including Kevin Durant.
Again,
Paul George.
I'm not a Russ hater. I feel like I'm always having to argue against him, and it makes me look bad. But my point is, I've just seen too many times these playoff games where he's missing 8 airballing threes
But
in the
has
fourth
he ever
quarter.
played on
and
a
just,
team like this though?
I mean, those OKC. I mean, yeah,
Not really,
he played
bro.
some
Outside
great
of that,
teams in OKC.
Outside of those early teams, they weren't really great teams. To me, at least, I don't think. Outside of those early teams,
I
they
mean,
really weren't like.
this
Even
team-
the team that went up 3-1 wasn't a great team. I don't think
pretty good.
it wasn't a great team.
They,
though.
they just beat Spurs last series.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Spurs
a
won
great
about
team.
66 games.
But
that
it
year.
wasn't a great team.
Why?
Though.
Because considering the talent they had,
They were a talented team. I don't think they were a great team though.
I don't know, man. Not when you accomplish what they did.
But nobody thought they were gonna do that
Chemistry
though.
they had.
But nobody thought
It wasn't that far fetched. It
Yeah,
wasn't
like even KD had said in an interview, like, yeah, like we were facing an uphill battle. Like I was like, yo, let's come in and like see what we can do.
So somebody before that series, that Spurs OKC series, somebody would have told you like, I got OKC winning this year. You'd have been like, no way. Wow.
Why-
You'd have been
Yeah.
you'd have been
Can-
shocked.
can
The
somebody
Spurs won
explain to me
66
that-
games that season, bro. What's up?
I'm not a Russ hater. He's an MVP. He's one of the greatest of all time. But I'm just not, the last 4 years, how many times have you seen him go 1 for 9 in the fourth quarter of a playoff game, airballing threes?
But look what
missing
he's been
wide
the
open
past 4
shots?
years, though.
He's just not a good shooter.
Yeah,
That's
but
my issue.
I
He's
feel
great
that,
at
but
everything
look,
else.
I
He's
feel-
great at everything else.
Yes, but listen.
he doesn't move without the ball. He can't shoot, and he's not always engaged on D. And I think he's a liability
Okay,
at
so
times.
question on these teams, who else was supposed to get the ball so he can move without the ball on the teams he's been on?
I mean, he played with Durant. He played with Harden.
You said
he
the
played
past
with
4
Bradley
years.
Beal.
You said the past 4 years.
Didn't he play with Harden?
The past 4 years? Yes, he did. And he did move without the ball. The issue that happened.
That was some of the best ball he played. I will give you
agree.
credit. That was some of the best
I
ball he
thought
played.
that
That was
for
some of the
the
best ball he played.
that in the beginning of 2020, he was playing better than James Harden was. And then COVID happened. He got COVID. He had the quad injury. The bubble happened. Bubble Russ in Houston was not the Russ that was throughout
No,
the
I
season.
agree. There was a point in Houston where he was cutting to the basket. They were sagging off him, and instead of just jacking up threes,
going to the
he'd
paint.
use it. So I agree. That's what I said. I'm not a Russ hater. When he plays what he's capable of, but I've just seen patterns sometimes where he just jacks and jacks threes, and I think if he can get away from that, he'll be fine. But I think if the Lakers are relying on him to make jump shots in the fourth quarter, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, but if they doing that, that's an issue. Like, I would hope that you put the basketball mind like LeBron James, Rajon Rondo, and everybody else in that room, and they can figure that out. If they can't, I don't know what I'm doing.
I still think my biggest take on the Lakers is Anthony Davis is the most important player. When
100%.
If he gets back to 2019 level, they can win the title. If he's plays like last year, they're not going to win.
I agree. TP?
What y'all want to know? What
Your take on the Lakers?
They gonna be all right.
Your take on Russ?
I don't think they're gonna win more than 50 games.
So who is going to the finals in the West to you?
The Western Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm. No. The championship, the finals. Like, okay, yes. Who are your participants in the West Conference Finals, and then who's going to the finals to you?
I haven't made a pick for the Western Conference Finals yet.
In the East is who? The Bucks.
In the East is the Bucks. I haven't made a pick for the Western Conference Finals. I don't know who's gonna be where. I don't have any overall faith in any of these teams to be like the number one.
So in the East, you have who in the conference finals?
Probably Bucks, Sixers.
Oh, brother.
and
Bucks, Sixers, or Bucks, Nets.
And in the West, you don't know.
In the West, I don't know. In the West, it'll probably be like Nuggets, Suns, or some shit like that, or yeah. Honestly, yeah. Like the West is wide open to me.
Nuggets, Suns.
Huh?
Nuggets, Suns.
Either, I mean, it might be Nuggets, Suns.
And if they met, who
Are
would
you
you
counting Murray back, or you just think Porter's?
I don't care if Murray's back. I've been saying for years, Michael Porter Jr. is the key.
I've been saying that.
And if he can score, and if he can give them a 23 to 24 game, they become a completely dangerous team. And Jamal Murray is going to be back before the end of the year. If Clay's coming back, Jamal Murray will be back. It'll probably be like around March or April, but that's back. And last year in the playoffs, they did not have him. And you could very clearly see that they did not have him because it was Jokic or bust. And I respect Michael Porter Jr. Still too young. Think a year removed from where he should be. This year, I expect him to be more 23, 25 a game. And I still look for them to be the team to beat. I don't think Jokic is going to fall off. But I'm just being honest. Like, I don't really have faith in none of them teams in the West in terms of like.
Are we sleeping on the
being
Warriors?
So much better than others. No, we're not sleeping on them.
They won a
they're
title with Clay.
They're fucking trash. They're trash. The Warriors are trash, and everybody that thinks that the Warriors are gonna be something better than they are fucking tripping. They got a number 1 overall pick that's a second year basically coming in as a rookie because he mismanaged himself and they mismanaged him last year. They have 2 lottery picks that are coming in that won't get any time. They have Andre Iguodala, who's old as hell and over the river, and I've been saying he's been washed since motherfucking 2017, 2018. Go back and look at the podcast. They have Draymond Green, who's been hurt over the past couple years, barely has played as much.
He came on at the end of last year.
I don't care about what he looked like at the end of last year. What you look like this year. What do you look like this year? How many games will you play this year? Steph Curry is amazing. He'll probably still come out and give you 35 and 5. That don't mean you gonna make the playoffs.
So the Warriors not guaranteed to make the playoffs next year.
No, they're not guaranteed to make the playoffs this year.
Bet on that?
Do you want to bet on it, motherfucker? Do you want to fucking bet on it?
Hell yeah, I want to bet on that shit.
Yes, I bet on it. I did not. Then
what are we betting?
No, don't get me wrong. No, stop. I'm not saying they're not gonna make the playoffs, but if they don't make the playoffs, I'm not surprised.
Are you? Huh?
No.
I bet top 6.
No.
So you went from there.
They're nowhere near close.
What are we betting? What are we betting?
They're a play-in team again.
What are we betting?
They're a play-in team.
What are we betting?
Okay, I bet they won't be a playing team.
Playing team is 7 through 10.
What are we betting on it?
They'd be a top 6 seed.
They will not be a top 6
What are we
seed.
betting
Bet
on
whatever
this?
you want
What
to
you
on
wanna
it.
bet?
Bet whatever the
What
fuck
are we
you want to
betting
bet
on
on
this?
it.
What kind of bottle? What, any bottle? A
Bet
bottle?
whatever you want to bet
What
on
are we
it. You're not
betting?
gonna
Name
win.
a bottle.
Shit.
And you're gonna be mad as hell when
Name
the
a
All-Star
bottle.
break they trash.
Shit. Casamigos. I like that's what I
What
Bet
kind?
whatever you want.
What kind of Casamigos?
I don't
The dark
care.
one.
Bet whatever
Reposado
on it.
Añejo.
Yeah. Robert
Bet
Sutter.
whatever on
Reposado?
it.
Yeah.
Bet whatever on it.
Shake hands on it.
We ain't got to shake shit on
No,
it.
y'all. No,
I
wanna
said
see
it right
Shake
here,
hands.
right now. Put the
Shake
shit in the
hands.
notes. Put it in the
Shake
show
hands.
notes. Text it to me.
Shake
goddammit.
hands.
Shake a screenshot. I don't give a fuck.
So, question: Memphis. What do you think about Memphis?
That'd be good too.
A nice play-in team. Pelicans, nice play-in team. Kings, not gonna make the playoffs again.
Why is Luke Walton's up?
Clippers, probably a probably a play-in team. Spurs, probably a play-in team. Warriors, a play-in team.
We can only have 4 playing teams.
I said probably, and then I said
What do you
playoff
think about
play-in
Portland?
team. Probably a play-in team.
Dallas.
Probably 4 or 5 seed. They were 4 or 5 seed
You're
last
big
year.
on Luka, right? I've
They
heard
were.
you mention
They
him
were.
all podcasts.
They were a 4 or 5
thought
seed.
Luka's your guy.
Shut up. They were a 4 or 5 seed last year.
Hey,
You
let
don't
him
like
know,
him
Eli.
anymore?
Talk to him, Eli.
Huh?
You don't like Luka anymore?
What are you talking about?
I thought that was your guy.
What does that have to do
I'm
with?
saying I haven't heard you talk about Dallas all podcast. Shout out to
What does that mean?
Chrissy Tolliver,
They're not going to
assistant
win a
coach.
championship.
I'm saying, like, where are you with that? Like, Luka was your guy. Do you feel like he's ready to take that step to get him to a Western
He
Conference
can take
Finals?
as many steps as
What
he
are they
wants to. He
missing?
can't become Kristaps Porzingis and
saying,
make him
what-
shoot
so
the
what-
ball
what
and
do
be
they need?
aggressive
What
and
does
block
Dallas
shots
need
and
to
play
do?
aggressive at the rim and post up and dunk on motherfuckers like he did
He
when he
can't
was in
pass
New
him the
York.
ball though.
What does Dallas need to do?
Get rid of Kristaps Porzingis. Trade for Ben
Nobody
Simmons.
wants him, though, right?
Trade for Ben Simmons. Trade for
That
Ben
would be
Simmons.
hard.
Ben Simmons and Luka
Who
when
are they going to give up for him?
I don't give a fuck.
Porzingis.
If anybody but Luka Doncic up and you are you are a finals contender this year.
That would be hard.
You got two of the best ball handlers on the league, arguably a top 3 defensive player in the league. You got a guy that literally don't want to take shots, that can just run the fast break. Rick Carlisle's an all-time coach to me. Maybe
Well,
not
now
top
they have
10.
Jason Kidd.
I forgot Rick Carlisle went to Indiana.
What do you think of that hire? It's kind of
I don't dislike it. Giannis cried when Jason Kidd was fired. He literally shed tears.
I mean, because he was in America for
And
like
he
3
won a
years,
title
and that
now
was-
I
without him.
don't care.
He was in America for 3 years.
That does such a disservice to what coaching is.
Yeah, that was his man.
Coaching is will you jump on a grenade for me? Giannis
That
would
was
have
his
jumped on a grenade.
mans.
Okay, then, so stop saying that
Yeah,
shit.
Do you think
So
Jason
stop fucking
Kidd's a good
saying
coach?
that shit.
You think Jason Kidd's a good coach?
I think we've yet to see
I have
that.
to watch more of Jason Kidd coaching for me to be able to answer that question.
No, I think we've yet to see if he can be a good coach. What he would.
I do think
that bullshit
cup
in
fiasco
Brooklyn was bullshit.
ingenious, though.
That bullshit in
What?
Brooklyn
The
was
cup
bullshit.
fiasco was definitely ingenious, though.
But the bullshit in Brooklyn was bullshit.
But I think we can
From
say
the-
it's,
from-
it's
from the
definitely a
once-
coaching downgrade from Rick Carlisle, right?
in theory,
It depends on what you look at.
Where'd Carlisle go? Indiana?
Jason
Indiana.
Kidd was the first
That'd be
person
good.
to tell Giannis, "I believe in you, and you can run an offense on your own." Maybe Rick Carlisle wanted a more even offense. Maybe he just didn't want to do what he needed to do with Luka. In this day and age, we've seen James Harden hold the ball for a third of the possessions and win an MVP off of it, give you 30 and 11, and get you a number 1 seed. If you're the Mavericks, it depends on what your philosophy is. Luka is not winning a championship this year unless they get Ben Simmons or some miraculous trade. So, of course, I'm not going to talk about him that like he could win MVP, but not win the ring this year. There's only like 4 or 5 teams that can win a ring.
I'm
this
just
year.
saying, like, Phoenix was a team that nobody picked to make the finals.
I
and
went
did.
high
Do you
on
think?
Phoenix.
Do you think Dallas could be that team this year?
No.
Like, who's a surprise team? I'm saying, like Phoenix last year.
There's-
Nobody picked them to make the finals.
There's no surprise team in the West. You get what you see. Period. Point blank in the store. The East.
I think the Grizzlies can be better than what people think they can be.
They're not winning a championship.
No, championship, no,
a
but
championship.
your definition of okay, so your definition of
When
surprise
I'm
team
talking
is
about
only
winning a championship, the only 3 teams I think in the West that can win a championship this year are the Lakers, the Suns, and the Nuggets. That's
Jazz,
it.
Utah.
No.
Utah.
No.
I'm going Utah.
No, 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 no.
I think Utah can make a finals.
No. For the same reason I've been
Utah.
picking against them forever. No, and no.
Utah. I think Utah
No.
can make a finals.
No.
Utah.
No.
Utah. I think
No.
I think they got better than what they were last year. As long as Conley can stay healthy, I think they got better than what they were last year.
Then they exactly what they were last year. No.
I'm going
3
Utah,
teams
bro.
in the West, 3 teams in the West, 4 teams in the East can make the finals. Period. Like, I love Luka. That's
Wait,
my guy.
Celtics, Knicks, and Nuggets. That's opening night.
I love.
Or was that
Luka.
ESPN
I
opening
think
night?
that's just
That's
ESPN.
ESPN
I
overnight.
think
Actually, that's a good opening night. Celtics, Knicks, Nuggets, Suns. I'm fucking with that.
Turner
I
probably
love
has the
Luka,
first
but
one,
no.
right?
I'm fucking with that.
But no, I'm sorry. I love Luka, but no. Just no.
Okay.
Just no.
All right, so can everybody, so before we end this show out, I want to do one thing first. I want to go around and I want to get everybody's award picks,
Oh, Lord.
starting with Eli. We're going to start with Rookie of the Year first. Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the year, I'm gonna take the easy way out and go with Cunningham, just because you're in a situation where the ball's gonna be in your hands. They drafted you to put the ball in your hands. It's a bad team, so they're gonna give him the ball, and that's Rookie of the year often is like who scored the most points, and I just think he's gonna have the opportunity. I think it's his award to lose.
I got that man that just made a shot, Jalen Green. I got Jalen Green. I think he actually will have the ball in his hands the most. I think they made it a point to sit John Wall down, tell him he's not going to play. You look at the players they got on their team. They got Daniel House Jr., Christian Wood, Daniel Tice, Jalen Green. I believe Eric Gordon is still on their bench, as well as it's another guy they got on their bench that I like as a player. They'll be one of the worst teams in the league, but they'll play some of the hardest basketball. And I think Jalen Green is going to be able to have carte blanche to do whatever he want to do. And I don't think any other rookie in the league will be able to, including Cade, because Cade is actually coming in playing with some guys that actually can give you 20 a game. And I think Jeremy Grant is still going to command the same level of offense.
I'm saying, bro, I think Detroit could be decent. Maybe I think they could be decent, though.
I mean, I think Detroit can be a borderline play-in team.
I said, what did I say? I said they could maybe be a play-in team. That is exactly my word.
Probably 13, but I feel you.
They could fight for it, though. For Rookie of the Year, I'm going to pick Jalen Green, but my super sleeper, Davion Mitchell. I saw Davion Mitchell play last night. Granted, it was the fucking preseason. But he won't smoke.
You don't believe in preseason, though?
I do not, but it was his intensity. The man guarded like him and PG had a personal battle for like 5. Every time PG was in the game, he wanted that smoke. The fact you even wanted to smoke says something to me.
It's PG, everybody wants to smoke with him.
Yeah, but still, the fact you as a rookie, as a guy who's 7 inches shorter, he hit a step back move that was crazy. He third quarter, he basically took preseason. They put the other rookies in who we got drafted higher than, took over the game. When they switched, it was, I think, tied at halftime. When they left the third quarter, they was down like 25. I'm going to go Jalen Green, my sleeper Davion Mitchell. Also, when I look at the roster, I see De'Aaron Fox, Halliburton. The Buddy Hield shit is a question to me. He might come off the bench. So I see Davion Mitchell could honestly start at the 2. Start at guard, really. More so start at guard. No, start at guard. Like, De'Aaron Fox is like 6'6".
What about
Halliburton? Is 6'6". Halliburton 6'6". They could run 3 guards. They want to run 3 guards. They ran a lineup yesterday in which they had Davion, Fox, Halliburton, Barnes, and Thompson. That might end up being what their lineup is. I'm gonna go Jalen Green I'm gonna pick him. But Davion Mitchell was the guy that I'm watching. For maybe my sleeper pick for Rookie of the Year.
I'm not mad at these picks.
Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
My bad. Yep. All right, cool. Rookie of the Year, I'm going to go.
We still can't hear you.
I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with. I'm going to go Scotty Barnes.
No, Scotty Barnes can't score enough.
I don't know if he winning.
Scotty Barnes in his rookie debt, he had 13 points, 9 rebounds in the preseason, 6 assists, 60% from the field goals. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that, but I don't know if he going to. Yeah,
I'll take Scotty Barnes and start the year. Siakam will be out, so he's going to have more opportunity.
I thought about Scotty Barnes at first. That's fair.
Siakam will be out, and he's also in that great system with the Raptors. Nick Nurse has developed plenty of young players over the years, and they've also over the years they've pulled up players from the G League and they've done various things. So I got a lot of faith in Scotty Barnes. If he gets the opportunity and he gets the minutes, he will be able to show out because that kid can play. He plays defense. He's athletic. He can move. He can jump. He can shoot the ball. He's just a solid basketball player. So if he gets the opportunity,
his aggression level is too low for me.
He's gonna show them what he can do with Siakam out, and even when Siakam gets back, he's gonna be so good they're gonna have to leave him in the rotation. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna go with Scotty Barnes as my Rookie of the Year pick. He had a great preseason debt and he can play.
I'm not mad at you, but no.
6th man of the year, Eli. Who you got? Round table, around the horn. I'm going with it.
That's a tough one because we don't even know who's in and out.
IDGAF, who the 6th man of the year?
Yeah, how was it? How was it? I'll give you a name.
All right, you start this time.
Jordan Poole.
No, but okay.
Jordan Poole.
No, but okay.
Jordan Poole for the Warriors.
Lou Williams for the Hawks. And
Jordan Poole for the Warriors.
He retires after the season.
I'm going Jordan Poole for the Warriors for 6th man of the
Lou
year.
Williams for the Hawks, and he retired this season.
I'm going.
He's still on Hawks, right?
Yeah.
Lou Will, and he retired.
I'm going Jordan Poole, and if not Jordan Poole, I'm going Derrick Rose for the Knicks.
That's the one I like.
Jordan Poole or Derrick Rose?
Derrick Rose.
Jordan Poole or Derrick Rose?
I just said, man.
Who? Oh, Lou Will. You.
6th man of the year. That's kind of tough. I kind of had to pick. Probably. I just had it, but. Tyler Hero, he gonna start?
Who?
Or
Tyler Hero?
No,
I don't think so.
I'll go Tyler Hero or Nick Alexander Walker if you don't start.
Oh, Monday we can see what's going on, baby.
Okay.
We can see what's going on Monday, baby.
Preseason don't matter, Courtney.
I know it don't matter, but we can see what's going on
All right,
Monday,
Joe, hit
baby.
the song. Let's get it back.
Oh, wait, we not done yet.
Oh, my God.
We got 2 more awards.
Come on.
Defensive Player of the Year, who you got, Eli?
Ooh.
Now Rudy.
Not Rudy. That's too much.
He's won like the last 3, right?
Yeah, you can't give it to Rudy again unless he does some immaculate shit.
Kind of can, but no.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, I like that.
TP?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Defensive Player of the Year and MVP again. He gonna be the first to ever do it.
I'm gonna go
and instantly move into the top 10 once they win back to back.
I'm gonna go.
Cap.
I'm gonna go. Bam Adebayo. Anthony Davis if he plays the entire season. But I'm gonna go Bam Adebayo because I think the Heat.
Bam Adebayo.
I'm gonna go Bam Adebayo.
So Bam Adebayo.
I think the Heat will finish top 5.
Disrespectful.
And I'm gonna go Bam Adebayo.
80 ain't played over 70 games
Who you
in
going?
years.
Disrespectful. I'm going. Since Ben Simmons will probably be going, I'm gonna go Matisse. He was already last year. If you look at his placings, he was first team on defense. So they already know he plays defense. He got a more expanded role coming in next season without Ben Simmons being there. Got to pick up a lot more slack on the defensive end, and he is more than capable of doing that. So I'm gonna go with Matisse as he gets more media notoriety. And
this is this guy right here. Look at this guy. Good pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with because a bigger opportunity with Ben Simmons going. He'll pick up the slack. He's built for that. He's built for this opportunity that they're gonna give him next year with Ben Simmons being gone. So he'll show out on that end, and he's already on the radar. Like that's really key too. They already know who he is. He already getting votes on. He's already making defensive teams. So once they see that and he has a more minutes and more consistent role, he could possibly take that. Be the next guard to take that award.
MVP.
I like that pick. If he's coming off the bench, though, to win as a guard, it'll be hard, but he'll be first team all defense. MVP, I'm going Kevin Durant. I think Brooklyn.
That's not happening.
Hear me out. I think Brooklyn will finish with the best record in the East. And I actually think it's going to be Harden or Durant. I mean, I think, though, the counter argument would be they'd take votes from each other.
Come on, nah, that's not happening.
I'm saying they're
going
to finish.
Talk.
They're going to finish first place in the East.
Talk that.
And I think Harden and Durant will be in the mix.
I don't hear no lies.
Okay.
I'm going Durant though. You asked me to make a pick. I'm saying Durant.
Kevin Durant. All right.
This dude.
TP, who you got?
Luka.
I'm going.
You said Giannis though, so you're changing your pick to Luka?
Huh? It's either gonna be Luka or Giannis. I've said that for the past few weeks. It'll be Luka or Giannis. Giannis is either gonna take it upon himself to go back-to-back championships, win an MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year, and do some shit we've never seen before, or he'll be content with having a championship and just be happy with being at the front of the pack. And I think we'll see one. But I personally think, based upon what I've seen from him not necessarily looking 100% satisfied after they won. I mean, he was satisfied. He cried. He shared his tears. But after they was like, I'm ready to go back to work. The week after, I saw him back in the gym shooting jumpers while everybody else on vacation and on yachts and shit. If he want to come back and actually put his mind to it and win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, he will do it. If he doesn't want to do it, it's going to be Luka. Even the GMs think it's going to be Luka. So I already can tell that the league is positioning him in this position to be able to get there. If the Mavericks can eke off a top 3 seed, it might happen. And that could happen as well. The Mavericks preseason ball actually has been something that it hasn't really given me a true gauge on what they can do yet. So we'll see once the season starts for the Mavericks. But I don't really think Luka, literally, unless Giannis is just like, I'm happy being a champion, I think it's Giannis's. But I think Luka, if Giannis, it's hard to predict with Giannis. Like, I personally think he got a chance to be a top 5 player of all time, top 3 player, damn near the GOAT. I told you that years ago. If he could get 4-5 championships, 4-5 MVPs. But does he want to do that now that he's reached the top of the mountain? Does he want to stay there? I don't necessarily know. I think he does. But if he can't quite get in that momentum, I'm taking Luka. I'm sorry. Like, Luka has been a force. He's still been giving you 27, 28, 8-8, or 7-7. We ain't really seen that consistently from a young guy to start his career ever, really, including Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. So I think if he can capitalize upon it and give us something we never seen, like 30, 10, and 8, he might win it. Personally, so that's, yeah. He could reasonably do all of it. Literally, his rookie year, I said I thought he could average 24 and 4. You're like, he could average 20 points, four assists, 4 rebounds. I'm like, yeah, like, why so low? I'm like, because I don't know if he gonna have the ball in his hands enough. Now I know he got the ball in his hand. He can.
I
the
said,
word
why
is
so low?
Huh?
I said, why
you
so low?
You said why so low on the assists and the rebounds, and I said because he on the team.
Yeah,
but that was before they traded Dennis Smith Jr. before the season started.
So low?
And you was like, I don't know if Dennis Smith Jr. gonna be there. I'm like, yeah, but right now he's projected to be where he was.
Look at me.
So,
I'm a genius.
Yeah, and I said if he's not there, then it'll be higher. If he is, then it won't.
For me, I'm gonna go Luka, and my surprise pick is Donovan Mitchell. I'm gonna go Luka, and my shocking pick is Donovan Mitchell. Reason my shocking pick is Donovan Mitchell is because I think they could finish first in the West. I think Donovan can come out here and give you like 27 points. He can give you 5 rebounds. He can have a Derrick Rose type MVP year, in which where like LeBron, maybe Dwight Howard were quote unquote better players that year. Maybe even Kevin Durant were better players that year. But the fact that D Rose did with the Bulls won 60 games. I think the Jazz can be a team that may come out and win like 55, 57, 58, 60 regular season games with the team that they have. And it all signs will point. They're not going to give it to a defensive player, Rudy Gobert. All signs will point at Donovan Mitchell because he would probably come out here and give you. And he can get better. I think last year I was like 25, 26. Yeah, that's 27, 28 this season, maybe. So my sleeper pick is Donovan Mitchell. My pick is Luka Doncic.
Well, why do you guys
hit the button? Hit the music. Stuff? I'm sick of talking. Hit the fucking music. This man's hit the music. Hit the music. This man just said Donovan Mitchell. Turn it down a little bit.
I laughed about the Nets because if they're
turn
good,
it up a little more. We gonna slowly get him the fuck out of here
because they have 2 MVPs. So if they you can't
I'm about to go get the food. I can't hear this shit. Y'all sit and talk about this stupid ass shit. Donovan Mitchell sleeper MVP. Fuck out of here.
Harden, when healthy last year, was putting up MVP numbers.
Yeah, but you can't do that though. You can't do that.
Yeah, I mean Giannis is probably the safe pick.
I don't think he's gonna win it though.
I think you guys are probably right on Green. I just saw enough in this game that probably changed.
He's not gonna win it though.
You seen that?
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched preseason. I just saw this guy. I'm like, you guys are right. This Green guy's probably gonna win rookie.
Yeah, but like Giannis is probably not gonna win it because Giannis like
you already got him.
How many? He would have to average 35 and 15.
Would have to really move some eyes.
Yeah, for me to be like, oh shit, and
get something he ain't done before. Yeah.
I guess I'll just say I think Harden will put up MVP stats. I don't think he'll win MVP, but I wouldn't be shocked if he puts up 24,
more than 24.
10,
sure,
more than 24.
26 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds. I mean, he's gonna put up crazy numbers, especially if Kyrie misses half the games.
Like I said, Luka, Donovan Mitchell, we can end it there.
And real quick, on mine is I'm gonna go Anthony Davis for MVP because I think he's well overdue for MVP award, way overdue. I think he hears all the chatter. Everybody always talking about how fragile he is. So he's gonna come out, he's gonna prove y'all wrong, and he's overdue for that shit. So he's gonna come out, he's gonna be the definitive best player in the Lakers. He's gonna give you about 26, probably about 7 rebounds, about 3 assists, and on good percentages, about 2 blocks, a steal, and he's gonna dominate. And the Lakers will be a really good basketball team. And he's going to be defending the best player, so they're going to have to give him those MVP looks, those votes. So that's going to be my choice.
I'm going to take away his votes, but I feel you.
I guess, but I think it's over now. LeBron already been taking. I mean, nah, I don't think so. So I think I'm gonna go Anthony Davis with my pick. Probably my sleeper is Harden, but yeah, I'm gonna go AD because he's overdue for that shit. He's been he has the tools to win MVPs. He just ain't got one yet. He never really put together a season yet where he's really been. I think 2020 he's well deserving that shit. The year the Lakers win the ring, but this year is the year for Anthony Davis to finally get that MVP trophy that he's more than capable of winning. It's his time now, and the Lakers will be really good. So he'll be that guy. So be ready for the Anthony Davis MVP season. He hear all the chit chatter about how fragile he is, so he gonna come out and prove y'all wrong and ball out this year.
That's fair. We end it there.
Dame Lillard.
We end.